Hey everyone, welcome to the Unity Gaming Podcast, episode 43. It's Wednesday, November the 21st. You were going to say September.
Yeah, you were.
And I'm Dan.
I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
And I'm Kumar.
Oh,
Gross.
God damn it, buddy.
What?
Every single
No.
It
time.
wasn't even
was
you, Kumar.
Devin.
It was Riccio.
Devin making
Oh.
weird sounds with his mouth. And
I got really sad for a second. I thought I wrecked the whole thing.
so for those of you in the audio version, if you hear some button clacking and us getting ferocious with something, we're playing some
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Bitches.
and it's pretty fantastic. And if you're in the video version, that's what that is in the top.
I'm
right.
playing it.
Over here.
Yeah, over in that direction. So block out Dan's face and point. So yeah, is that what we want to get started with? Talk about that a little bit, or
Yeah, what you guys think of this game? I think it's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool.
I approve.
I think
Considering I've done nothing but play nonstop since you brought it over.
I am looking forward to playing it.
Oh, man.
It feels exactly like Super Smash Brothers, but different enough.
But each character handles like the character should.
Like they do from their games, kind of?
Yeah, no.
It's almost weird, even though everyone is put into this 2D fighting game like framework. Everyone feels like you are playing their game.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
That means that they did it right.
I especially like the way Mario looks in here, and how Master Chief really interacts with Mario using the Kinect. No,
Did you hear that? Did you hear that Pikachu is an unlockable character?
oh my god,
Oh, man.
that's a Pika troll. No, okay,
There could be unlockable characters in this game.
there actually could be.
I have no idea.
Nyan Man.
There's 20 that start off. Oh, there is old Heihachi. You were asking.
Ah, sweet old Heihachi.
Yeah, no, it is pretty fun. I think like Smash Bros. It's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be sweet to couch competitive. I was gonna say couch
Yeah.
co-op, but couch competitive play against your buddies and learn to hate them.
Well, there's
I officially hate Riccio
If you
and
don't
Fat
already.
Princess.
me and Devin talked about this briefly in the car when we were going to get food, and you know those moments in Super Smash Brothers when you're at like 300% and you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm alive right now. This is really tense. I just got a couple hits in, then I got to get out of here because you can kiss me once and I'm going flying off the level. Those moments are kind of in here all the time when someone has a super meter, because you're like, oh, when is he gonna use the super meter right now? I got to get ready to get out of the way. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's interesting that they put in
we should explain
the super meter. I was just gonna do that. Of like, instead of doing the percentage of health, there's actually it's kind of a weird scoring system where they give you, is it 2 per kill?
Yeah, you get 2 points per kill and you lose 1 every time you die.
And so what they do is you get this AP meter which fills up over time or as you hit people more, and it gives you supers, and there's level 1, 2, and 3, and crazy things happen with the supers.
Like here, if Devin uses his level 2, Heihachi just summons Kuma the bear from Tekken and just goes and wrecks people.
Using farts and punches and dances.
And then dances backwards. So it's some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, so what are the? Let's see if we can name off the 20 characters. There's Kratos, Sackboy, Fat Princess, Dante from the new Dante.
From the new Dante.
The new
from
Devil May Cry.
DMC.
Yeah, from Devil May Cry.
No, that game's called DMC.
Yes.
Oh, DMC, sorry.
Did you not? Did you?
I just pictured...
Dimmock?
There's characters from unreleased games and like stages from unreleased games in this
which
game.
is
It's
like
kind of
yet
odd.
to be released, or games that were never released.
Like yet to be released.
Okay.
There's Bioshock Infinite.
Oh yeah, Bioshock.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, to be fair, that game was supposed to come out in August of this year, so they probably have been working on it, and they're like, "Oh no, fuck." So I didn't mean like.
And then there is Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
there's
Dante.
the new
the
Dante.
new looking Raiden from
Oh yeah, that with
Metal Gear
the-
Rising: Revengeance.
with the eye patch.
Dumbest name ever.
No,
And,
Metal Gear Ground Zeroes is the dumbest name.
No, that's
ever.
not
I
too
don't know.
bad.
That's a
I think
cool name
Revengeance
actually.
Yeah.
But
Is this some Metal Gear stuff going on in the background right
Yes,
now? Also,
indeed.
the onion dude from Parappa just kicked that thing and it's exploding.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
so there's Evil Cole, Normal Cole from I was gonna say
and Good
Infection.
Cole.
Um,
Infamous.
Infamous. Thank
Infamous
you.
2, actually.
Infamous 2. Okay.
Do they play
Heihachi,
drastically
we said.
differently or no?
The what? Sorry.
Do they play drastically differently? Like Cole?
They actually play pretty much the same. They have different.
Don't they have
okay, the control scheme is you've got square for your light kind of just punch attacks. You've got triangle for your medium kind of more projectile attacks, and you've got circle for your kind of character unique heavy attacks. So the character unique heavy attacks and the projectile ones are different between Cole, but everything else is pretty much the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they look different and they say different things. Good Cole's always like, "Hey guys, what's up? I'm happy to be here." And Evil Cole's like, "You are all going to die."
Well, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is fairly appropriate considering he is
Also,
evil.
they both have a big dumb smile on their faces
If
on
they
the score
win.
screen at
I
the
was
end.
say they both take a huge dump. I was like, what?
What is this game?
Turns out that's one of the supers.
They're level 3 supers. He just poops on the stage.
Oh yeah, their
Everybody
supers are
dies.
different too. So
Everybody
Yeah.
dies.
It's interesting how they put in they've got great ranged and great like melee balance. Like they've got
well, there's characters that are like totally ranged, like Colonel Radek from Killzone 2.
Yeah.
Yep. As well as that's not totally ranged, but totally ranged of Nathan Drake.
Well, he's got some melee stuff
He's
too.
got some melee stuff.
but like Ratchet and Clank are like all about their guns.
I never knew that Nathan Drake was a magical character who could actually summon cement.
yes.
In the
Summon a cement chest high wall
yeah, as well as summon a cement roof that
that he
caves in.
falls through and
which
hits
is-
people as his downward smash.
I don't.
I think he's got the craziest, awesome, like irregular attacks. Those are the best.
I think it'd be cool if there'd ever be an Uncharted 4 where he's just falling and then he just summons a ceiling that he can then run on as it's breaking, and he just kind of like hops across and
Breaking
parkours
ceilings.
his own
Parkours his own
Yeah,
ceiling
that'd be pretty cool. I think Sony needs to work on that.
right away.
Or in The
Like
Last
a
of
hybrid
Us.
of Trine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In The Last of Us, the little girl is actually the wizard from Trine. And you get to play with her as, that sounds bad, play as her like Mario Galaxy, where it's just you have your motion controller pointed at the screen and just summon shit as you're going.
That's the
So
hidden.
she's
The hidden
actually-
like asynchronous cooperative mode in
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
She's just it's because
She
what
just
happens.
disappears from the screen, and you have PlayStation
Well, no.
move.
She's a figment of your imagination the entire game.
She's not actually
She
there.
is the one part of your humanity that is, you gotta be good, and then you just put her away because she is gonna summon some walls for you. You wake up at the end of the game and it's all a dream.
What if that is the
you put a lot
twist
of
in
thought
that
into
game
this,
for
I
real?
would be seriously disappointed.
What
that
if
was
you
the
just
actual
like?
twist.
What if you just called that right now, and that's what happens?
What if it pulls a certain other game that came out this year where it's just like, person never existed?
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Some people will get that.
Spoiler alert.
I don't get
I'm
it.
thinking of a
Devin
game
should know
from
it.
2 years ago.
Ooh.
Oh, I know the other game you're talking about now too.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Well, we
of a
can't
game
say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll give a hint.
No,
The main
you can't
character
give
is
a hint. You
voiced
can't.
by Nolan North. The main character
Oh, well, that's
is
not-
voiced by Nolan North.
Did I play this
It's
game?
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. There it is. There's.
Did I play
There you go.
But did I play this game?
Yes, you
Yes,
actually
we all did.
finished it.
We should not even keep talking about this because
That's
this
it.
could get dangerous.
Yeah, we won't.
Someone text me this because I'm really confused.
Okay.
Can I just
I will
hit
write
you in the
a
face?
text, and then you can go, oh, and not say the title out loud.
So other
Alright.
than PlayStation Battle Royale All Stars Enhanced Edition, PlayStation Vita Plus Move Enhanced, Better with Kinect Edition, what featuring Halo? What other games have you
Featuring the Chief.
as well as some other stuff? No, what else have you guys been playing?
I finished the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 campaign and played some multiplayer.
Oh,
How was the campaign?
The campaign is probably the best Call of Duty one yet.
yeah.
With
Really?
all the
I've been
different
saying that. It
choices
seems to be
and
general
stuff,
consensus.
and I really like the Call of Duty campaigns. The Black Ops 1 one was interesting, and I think it still should be played because of the kinds of things it does.
Kumar, you know about the multiple, like dancing. You know about the
Yeah.
multiple story thing. Okay, it's one.
Yeah,
Sure.
I've heard about it. I don't know any of the details. Like, I haven't gotten to a point in the game where any of that stuff really presents itself too
Well,
clearly.
there's certain things that happen in that game that you wouldn't know are actually choices or could have different outcomes.
But the one way to actually know that you've gone through a level and made a choice is when it backs you out and you're in your briefing, I guess, area.
Okay.
And it'll tell you like each your I guess mission select kind of thing, and next to the orange box that is like filled in, it'll say like seems to be hurt, or got away with the, or you found the, like it'll have like mission name and this little tidbit of information. And if that tidbit of information is there, it means you found the thing, or if it's not there, then maybe there was nothing in that level, or something happened. So you can kind of semi-keep track of what has actually influenced the story.
Yeah, there's like subtle cues kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Like I went through a level, I was like, that was actually a choice. And I talked to Dan about that one.
Okay.
The one
yeah,
earlier today,
yeah.
like the very last one you texted
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which I don't
Well, I didn't
what-
know that was a choice either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if that influences anything, but I'm guessing it does. But speaking of things that influence choices, I don't know if we talked about it last week, but there's Spec Ops kind of missions. Not Spec Ops, but what are they? Strike Force? Strike Mission?
Strike Force. Yeah.
Strike something?
They're called Strike Force.
Strike Force?
That's
Okay.
I confirmed.
Okay.
Confirmed Strike Force.
There's missions that are pretty much like RTS first-person shooter missions, which I'm pretty sure we talked about last week.
Well, only briefly.
Yeah, I've done
Last week you had played up until that one.
the first one, yeah.
Yeah, and I
I've-
had played a little bit more than that.
Okay. So,
So-
I did 3 more of them, and I've been getting them out of the way like first time they pop up.
There's only 5.
There's only 5? Okay, so I have
Well,
one more to do.
there's actually another one, but I didn't see it.
Okay.
There's an achievement for it, and I can see
Okay.
the
I guess
achievement, but I didn't play the mission when I finished the campaign. So
Oh, I believe. Well, the easy way to quote it. I was listening to the Bombcast or whatever, and Jeff Gerstmann mentioned that you have to fail one of them to make the extra 5th one appear. You have to fail it
well,
once.
I beat
or
all
something.
those on the first try.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of wonky. I don't know why they did that, but
a little weird.
but what's weird is I'm hearing that those little differences actually do change. I don't know how significantly, but enough to change the ending that it's almost worth playing like more than once.
there's other scenes and stuff.
Yeah,
That change throughout, like the entire like final 2 levels
Yeah.
have totally different like story outcomes depending on choices leading up to that and choices you make in those missions. So
It's about time that they make their single player relevant, though.
yeah.
But
I've never wanted to play a Call of Duty campaign again.
Yeah,
I kind
it's-
of want to.
But this one you want to?
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
how different can they truly make the campaign?
I
Like,
have
is it-
watched some of the other ones. Very different.
They are like it's seriously different.
Yes.
It's not just
The game can end on like a totally different note than what
Oh,
I
really?
did.
Like,
yeah.
so it's some
And like
serious
other
stuff.
like totally different sets of characters can be alive or dead, and like it's crazy.
Really?
It's weird because that game has, without speaking of like what happened or what story wise, that game has some really vicious, violent scenes or like
Well, yeah,
Like, cut
since Modern
to-
Warfare 2, they had the like disable graphic content thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But normally it's like there's gonna be that one level like in Modern Warfare 3 it was something with a child getting like there's like a bus car
Exploding
bomb
or
or
something.
something.
yeah.
No, it's a chemical bomb or something.
But yeah,
isn't it?
still,
Yeah,
that
and
whole
it's like a
scene-
little
that was just a
child-
one scene, but that's the only thing that goes
Yeah.
away if you turn off that thing.
Yeah.
In this game, there's like,
Machete.
what is it in the first mission? You're like
Yeah.
stabbing a dude like up through his face
Yeah.
with a machete or
as
something
well as
like
like
that.
a dude like attacking
Whoa.
you with a machete and you shoot him through the face and it like not rips open but like you see like a hole like appear and it's like right in your face
and it's just blood is like
Yeah.
just like falls over
and then like another
some
later on
hardcore fucking stuff.
Well,
like
the one that was level that I was just doing is somebody's like coming in a doorway and you slam him against the wall and you just jab the knife through like let's say he's facing you and it's like on the left side like on your left side and he brings it from the left to the right in like a nice like fucking quick jerk and it just shoots blood like out of his throat all over the wall like a splatter and I'm like what the oh my god like this is okay that's intense that's
a little bit
enough of
much.
that
You're like, thanks, guys.
yeah
Thank you.
but
Treyarch.
but there's I guess they could just like make it like a stab if
Yeah.
you turned off the
Yeah.
like he dude just fall over the
or he
blood
like just
everywhere.
knocks him out or punches him or something
Yeah.
What I'm
All those
No.
animations are always like when you're really up close.
Yeah.
So
it
Super
just cuts the
up close.
third person like backs out like clips
well
through the
there's a
wall.
really like fucked up scene maybe after mission 7 or 8
okay
that I don't know how they would
Oh, fuck.
censor that
do
okay.
that scene without the
yeah
graphic content.
yeah
You'll know what it is when
okay
you get there.
no I know. So yeah okay but one
Now
thing
I'm kind of frightened.
one thing what was it there's one thing that I was oh yeah one thing that I'm actually noticing with Black Ops 2 and it's really weird is that I've played through all the other ones like Black Ops Modern Warfares and going through the single players there's never a point where I was playing and I was like damn this music's kind of awesome whether it's like the orchestrally kind of stuff or intense kind of beat songs to like amp you up Black Ops 2 has so far been the first one where I've actually stopped at a level and been like, this is fucking awesome, whatever's playing right now. And actually, one of them that pops in one of the missions is the multiplayer menu music. And it came up, I was like, yeah, now I just want to go play multiplayer and shoot some more stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
Like, what would you classify the music as?
Well, there's just like the normal like war themes of like, I don't know what sounds they are, like Trump, yeah, like stuff like that, and like trumpet, like they're like army music, and then it'll like cut to like beats and like techno-y stuff because it's the future. Not techno, but like more beaty kind of drum and bass, or like I don't know, intense, not drum bass, but it's like, I don't know, it's the closest thing to like an orchestral beat stuff. I don't know, it's
good soundtrack.
There's a really cool part, and I think what is the next mission you are about to do? Yeah.
Okay. It's really weird to try and talk around to like that mission with the stuff with the, but there is one mission that was, Dan's gonna know what I'm talking about, and it's this part where, let's just say, the dude you're playing is insane, and I don't know if you can die in that mission.
I thought when I was playing that, I was playing it so poorly, I thought I should have died like a bunch of times over.
And I like to point out that in that mission you have a shotgun, and when you reload, it like the shotgun disappears off screen and reappears like a second later, like not maybe less than a second.
Like
later.
you just picked up another gun off the ground.
Just reloaded with like another like 10 shots in it. I'm like, you have the fucking quickest hands I've ever seen.
And there's no HUD on the screen during this.
So yeah.
So when you run out of ammo, which you can't tell when that is, your dude just pulls out a machete.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
he's screaming the entire time.
And
it's
you're
like
just
chivalry.
Killing dudes. Just like your basic melee attack is like triple decapitation.
Okay, now I'm starting to become really intrigued by this game.
And
Please stop selling it to me.
And I feel like Treyarch, when they were designing that mission, were just like, the guy sitting in front of the level editor, like, so what if we just take this blood meter for knife stabs and just crank it all the way to the right so that you're just shooting fountains out of their faces when you're cutting them, and it's like, it's pretty intense. It was weird because it was cool feeling, but you also felt like disturbed and
I was like I'm
sad.
Like, this is like what is happening right now?
It was, I don't know.
You were feeling not good about it.
Yeah,
let's put
like,
it that way.
So far, like Black Ops 2 has actually been like a Call of Duty single player game, but
with weird other cool elements in it. Yeah.
Especially even the stupid stuff like picking your loadout beforehand feels like a throwback to like old school Rainbow Six games. And
you can pick your loadout before
and,
single player.
And you can pick 3 attachments for like your starting weapon. So you could have like a red dot sight, you can put a silencer on that thing, you can put like a mag, and then you could like put
it was always
a
laser
fire
sight,
switch.
red dot sight, and select fire. That's what
they give you pretty standard stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but it's just cool that you can kind of customize, and you can change. Like, let's say the game's like, hey, we're gonna give you a sniper and a shotgun. You're like, fuck that shit. I want an MG and a pistol. Like you can just go into levels doing whatever the hell you want.
There's actually an achievement for playing one of the past levels with a future gun.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, okay.
Because once you play a past level and then a future level, you can pick the future guns in the past level.
Yeah.
The achievement is a really cool reference too, but I forget what it's called.
I hope someone's listening. Whoever's listening to this has actually played Black Ops 2, because I feel like really bad trying to talk about scenes, but without saying them. But anybody out there who's played it, or Dan at least, that scene with the mission that I'm talking about where shit's going crazy, the first kill that happens for the dude going insane with like a mirror, and it's so vicious, this game. I don't know. I don't want to explain it because I don't want to ruin it. I want people to play it to feel that like, holy
shit.
Fuck.
Is it kind of a throwback to when the no Russian mission where you just like walk out and you're gunning down people and you're like,
no,
I don't like this.
No, that's.
I wonder if that's the mission they cut out. If you disable graphic content
in Modern Warfare 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That
Black
was
Ops.
That was
no, in Black Ops.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, considering that entire mission, you're going around like saving,
basically
people,
decapitating people,
but you're also saving people who are kind of getting terrible stuff done to them. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I think actually everything in that mission would just have to become like flowers and shit, like flying in their faces. So it's possible that is actually what they've cut down. But that game is surprising, and yeah, that's just single player wise. Like you were saying, you played multiplayer as well. It's funny because it's the same old stuff, but the way you can pick perks and stuff, the pick 10. Whoa, that's weird. My mic just cut out. The pick 10. Oh no, sorry, my headphones.
Your mic was fine.
Yeah,
I'm
tugging on the little cable there. The pick 10 thing is actually really, really awesome.
Which leads me to like how I play that game multiplayer, and I'm consistently getting over a 3.0 kill death ratio.
You explained this to me before the podcast, and I kind of was amazed at the fact that...
And I'm sure people that are good at Call of Duty are going to be like, yeah, of course you play this way.
Yeah.
But it's just, you never sprint. You always walk around, and I have been playing that game like Halo. So I have an MP7, which is the initial submachine gun you have once you unlock create a class.
Super
And it has a laser sight and a suppressor on it. And I never aim down the sights. I just walk around, strafing around corners, and everyone else in that game that I have played with, including people like in their 40s and 50s, are doing what I used to do at Call of Duty, which is, and what everyone I know does at Call of Duty, which is just run into battle. You know, you're done your sprint, you walk for 2 more seconds, use that extra little bit of sprint. Like, you just keep going, and you're just running. Everyone does that I have played against, so everyone that runs around a corner is totally fucking unprepared for a dude walking with his gun already up.
So far I've been kind of... I took a step back when I was playing Modern Warfare 3, and I used to play that way as well, like sprinting, until I did that whole... I like this realization where it was like, if I stop moving and I stop sprinting and I like peek around corners, or if there's a box, like I slowly edge around them, or like play it slightly more tactically, that you go from having like really shitty games where you're running around a corner and dying and spawning and dying and spawning and dying and spawning, to actually getting like decent kill streaks and I guess kicking ass, but like it's...
it's score streaks now also, which means like your assists and stuff will help count towards it. When you pull up a UAV, for everyone that gets a kill while you have the UAV up, you get 10 points.
Yeah, which is actually really cool. I like that. And you can have like more than one UAV in the air. So I've had it sometimes. Yeah, you can have...
Does it just scan faster?
No, what happens is... I don't know if you can have more than one of your own. I've always had it where I'll have like multiple teammates start it, or have enemies do multiple. And what happens is they all have the same cooldown. So let's say it's 30 seconds long. One dude starts it, he'll have 30 seconds. If one guy starts it 5 seconds after he did, then you have one going for 30 seconds new and 25 left on the other one, and it'll just keep kind of... It doesn't add on to it. It's just like another UAV going. So it's...
that's what I'm asking. The scan across the map, does that happen more often if you have multiple UAVs?
No, it doesn't seem to. But what happens is, me being... I'm the dude on the other team who always has that... I don't have a pistol in my secondary. It's always a launcher. And sometimes I'll look up and it's like, oh, UAV spotted. I'm like, all right, I'll take it down. I see 3 and I'm just like, I only have 2 shots. Damn it.
So fuck, I can't
this time. And
I don't have anything in my secondary slot.
Really? So
I'm using it for more perks and double attachments on my gun.
Same here, actually. That's the way that I've been playing this past little while, where I've just replaced my my pistol altogether, and I've decked out my primary gun.
Well,
also stun grenades are really good.
Really? I don't have any secondary grenades.
Oh,
I have a tomahawk.
I don't use the primary grenades.
I use the tomahawk. That's all I do. Because what happens is I always get in these stupid things where, like Dan was saying, you sprint around a corner and you just hold the trigger and you're just firing. But I'll have it sometimes where I'm like down the side and I'm like, I'm missing everything, but he's still in the center of my screen. Like, I'm just doing terribly, so I'll just be like, fuck it, throw like a tomahawk and just get him in the face. I'm like, all right, well,
worth it.
But
yeah, solving the problem
streaks entirely from the same tomahawk.
Yeah. But
that's actually pretty badass.
But yeah, so far I always take a launcher because I feel like because it's score streaks now, you don't see R60s that often. You don't see like even the shittier versions of like the UAV doesn't always go up that often. And to feel like someone just spent like a life going like, yeah, I killed 3 people before I died, and he just hits it, and then like 2 seconds later it's exploded, and he's like, fuck! Like I like being that jerk. So that's terrible, but like I'll just stop there. Yeah, that game is actually really fun. Have you played any extra zombies actually, Dan?
No. I tried it once, opened a door, fell into like a laboratory area, and went like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this? And then I died.
Yeah.
Sounds like most zombie encounters.
Yeah. What are you doing over here? Oh god.
It's got a weird learning curve because a lot of zones require you to build something to get out of it. Or to spend a lot of in-game like money from killing zombies or repairing stuff to get out of areas.
I don't know if it's possible. Can you run and cross those distances in the bus?
The second that you cross the fog or you touch the fog, this thing that looks like a fucking demon cat slash like reptile dinosaur little thing jumps out and claws at your face and will kill you.
So-
or I think a teammate can shoot it off your face.
Okay,
But it's like
so
something
if
I've never
you're
seen
amazing,
before. Yeah.
you could probably do it.
As well as I haven't seen any demon dogs yet, so I don't know if demon dogs are still in this one.
They must be. They don't go backwards with the zombies.
Well,
Like the original,
yeah.
like the first Black Ops level was like a mechanical sequel to all the World at War ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they kept improving them as
Yeah,
they released them in
that's
World
true.
at War, and then the first Black Ops one, if you hadn't played the World at War zombies, was like, what the fuck am I even? Turn on the power. What?
Yeah.
I'm being corrected right now by someone in the chat. Apparently, it is a gremlin.
Okay.
a demon cat.
Thank you for
thing.
clarifying that.
Yeah, it's
Thank
actually,
you, chat,
It's
for
actually a gremlin.
clarifying that one.
That's good to know. Gremlin attacks you. Zombie gremlin.
I've never, I guess, seen a gremlin. So,
Well, of course you haven't. You're alive.
is that the?
No,
If
I
you
don't
see
know.
one, you die. It's the slender gremlin.
Well, I mean, we usually see Sompy every week, so.
Oh, Kumar,
I'm
you're
kidding, buddy. I'm kidding.
bad.
That sounded really weird. You're bad.
You're bad,
No,
Kumar.
okay, that's weird. But yeah, no. After playing a bit more zombies, yeah, that game is fun. I definitely want to play way more of it with like 4 people playing because it does get really fun when you have 4 dudes going. I mean, four dudes when you're playing 4-player co-op with friends instead of being like 4-player co-op with randoms on the internet. Because without the cooperation and without being able to talk about the stories after, like, yo, that was fucking hilarious whenever we did this shit, instead of being angry at them, I don't know.
Instead of just yelling.
Yeah, I like it, but yeah, I don't know. I was able to get 4,000 Microsoft points for cheap, for $36 or $37 or something. So I ended up buying the
Season pass?
instantly regretting it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. Instantly regretting it and being like, I'm actually never gonna. I'm not. This game isn't gonna last me the whole year. But then I think back at Modern Warfare where I played it for a good solid month, and then throughout the year I'd go back and have like those 1-week stints where like, yeah, okay, this game is actually really fun. Oh, sweet new maps, and it feels awesome. But what sold it on me is that this one has the zombies co-op ones, and for buying the season pass, you also get the Nuketown 2025 zombie map, which I think is going to be on sale for $10 in December or something. So I'm like,
Did you
You
hear
get
about
the
the
extra
fiasco
zombie map
associated with
right
that?
away.
yeah. Well, so was that Kumar?
Yeah.
Is that what he asked? Yeah. So yeah, that's well, you don't get it right away. I'm going to get it that same time, but it'll be free. So
Nice.
yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's really good. I like it. And speaking of zombies, though, I want to say, I guess no. Last podcast we didn't have a Wii U. Now we have a Wii U.
Yeah.
Before we
do.
get off Call of Duty,
Oh yeah.
just one real quick
Go for
thing.
it.
Do not watch the after credits sequence.
Do not.
Do not. It ruins the entire experience.
Oh yeah,
Does
I heard
it
a lot of people
actually?
complain about that. I don't actually know what it is yet, and I've been told yes.
Do not skip it. Don't put yourself through that.
Really?
Okay.
Why?
I don't want. I can't.
That makes me want to watch it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I've been
like-
told is that don't say it because like when you see it, you're like, what? So don't. Yeah. Keep
No,
it-
I'm
keep
not
it-
going to say
yeah,
what it
keep
is at
secret.
all. But
But okay.
if you want to see something a little odd, watch it. But if you don't want your experience of the campaign ruined,
Yeah.
skip it.
Man, my eyes like messing up really hardcore. I apologize to everybody seeing the channel. Looks like I'm crying and like dying out of my left eye here.
Ricio's just
Start crying
sensitive.
randomly.
I'm just super sensitive about these zombies. No, or this ending. But yeah. So I was able to get a Wii U. And I guess shout out to. I feel like I'm always missing a name when I say this, but shout out to people who helped donate in my channel. There was Cracker, the Cracker. Sorry, we had Drackle, we had Skinned, we had MCP. We had Just Here, and because of them, I was able to pick up a Wii U at launch and managed to get the deluxe edition. So it came with Nintendo Land. We got Super Mario Bros. Wii as well, or new Super Mario Bros. U, sorry, and Zombie U. And well, do we all want to kind of talk about it? Because we got time to mess around with it on Sunday.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We have a what is it? Hour and a half.
An hour and a half
dry
dry run of the Wii U, where we played Zombie Land, Nintendo Land, and
We played a really good movie.
new Super Mario Bros. U.
Does this thing play DVDs? Did we find that out?
No, we never found out. We never found out if it plays DVDs.
If it doesn't play DVDs,
actually
it would be
legitimately forgot that
seriously
DVDs existed.
I'll say it doesn't, because it doesn't even have any sort of like player.
Really?
But if you put a disc in,
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Shouldn't it just like recognize that like it's a DVD?
Dan
Maybe.
comes up with the best idea. Hey guys, why don't we just put a DVD in?
You put it in, it's not like the rounded edges, so it just like eats it. Never
Actually,
ejects
yeah,
the disc.
that's another thing we should mention. I think the discs are archival grade.
oh yeah,
Just-
you
Seriously?
mentioned this one. You
Something great. So the discs are all rounded edges, which usually is a symptom of that they're archival grade DVDs. So
they're Blu-rays.
yeah, or sorry,
but, yeah.
archival grade Blu-rays. So
So they'll last longer? Or?
Yeah, they'll last longer. They're rated for a longer. I think it's like 100 years is the standard or something like that. So
Jeez.
yeah,
So when I'm
What's a DVD's life?
average is
10?
between 5 to 10,
Yeah.
depending.
So my collection of 360 games is gonna be shit by the time the next console comes out. Yeah. So we had time to mess around with the Wii U.
Which is fun.
It's so on Sunday. Yeah, it's really fun because Sunday Dan and I and Devin managed to play all these co-op and competitive multiplayer games.
And I ended up hating Riccio.
Yeah, hitting me. But the entire time I was like, this is awesome. Like, I'm really glad I have it. But I was always worried, like, am I ever going to play this solo? Or what?
You
Like,
think they went too family with this
yeah,
one?
that's what I was worried about. But after playing Zombie U and going back and playing some Super Mario Bros. U solo, it's still a really awesome console, especially for Zombie U.
Yeah, I watched you play a bit of that on the cast, and it looks real good.
Yeah, it's pretty much Dark Souls zombies, and it's funny because
Zombie Souls.
Zombie Souls,
Souls.
pretty much. There was someone, well, not someone. I was streaming it live when I was playing it, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this game's moving really slowly," or like not hurry it up, but like keep going and go kill some zombies. It's totally, yes, it's that kind of game, but it's also sort of not. Like, you walk into areas and you kind of have to scan and be like, okay, yeah. Well, so to explain it, on your gamepad, you have like a alien style motion sensor that you hit a button and it pings out, and it'll be like, oh, there's red dots, like there's motion over here. But those can be birds, they can be rats, they can be zombies. So you see it, you walk outside into an area like a courtyard, not a courtyard, but a street, and you ping it, and it's like you get like 5 red blips that are moving, and you have to like think, am I going to crawl up and go up like rafters on these buildings and try to creep into one of these houses, or am I going to go out into the street and see if it's actually zombies or if they're rats or crows or birds?
Is it an FPS?
Yes, it is an FPS.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have mentioned that.
But don't they have a weird with the integration of the Wii U controller, where whenever you open a box, you have to look at the controller and shit still happens?
For inventory management, everything looks. You have to actually take your eyes off the screen, and most of the time when you do, there's a zombie that will like crawl out of something or
Is
just
it
appear around a
predictable
corner.
at that point? Or
No, because it's.
Well, I guess because
well,
you're just going into your inventory.
Yeah.
whenever
Just runs out and licks your face.
Yeah, it doesn't always. It doesn't always
Yeah.
happen, but every time it has happened, I'm really glad that I have headphones on, because there was this one point where I was outside in this rainy kind of street, and I died. And when you die in this game, you lose your levels for weapons, you lose all your items, but you can go back and kill your new zombie self, because you always spawn as a new character, and re-get your items. And as I was doing that.
Whoa! Hold up a second.
Okay, yeah.
So we got to touch on this for a second. I had no idea that happens. Okay, so if I'm playing this game and I die,
Yeah.
and I respawn as a new character,
Yeah. So
I can go back and I can kill the zombified version of
Yeah.
my previous character.
because he'll still have his backpack on.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the cool
so
thing,
cool.
actually, to touch on that, if you die, and let's say you have buddies on your friends list, if they go to that area, they'll see you as a zombie, and it'll be like, oh, look, Riccio's zombie, and this was his like survivor score for that survivor. And he can go, like, I had my buddy he died, and then I went outside into the subway station, and I was like, oh, look, Drackle's here. So I, fucking malleted him over the head, blew up his head, just totally destroyed him. And I opened his bag. It's like, oh, sweet, he had med kits and ammo and like all this other stuff.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, oh, I'm so glad you died in the game. That sounds really bad. Yeah, no, the game's really awesome that way.
You a little jealous now?
But it's really slow and methodical, and it's really cool. And the way I was comparing it is back when the 360 came out, Condemned came out for it, and it was a slow-moving melee kind of kill bums, and solve
Bum
things.
killer simulator.
Just like that. Eh?
Yeah,
You-
It
you
totally
do it
no.
for your
That's
first
honestly what Condemned was.
But that game was
bum-
really that game was really good, and I've always told myself I really want another Condemned game to happen. And this game is
Well, they did Condemn too.
Yeah,
Okay,
a real
he
Condemned
wanted
game.
a third Condemned game.
But Condemned
game.
2 had guns that were way too used, and you could shout people and explode their heads, and it didn't make any sense.
Shout at people and explode them.
Yeah,
Yeah, the game takes a really
Yeah.
weird turn about halfway through.
So spoilers, I guess. I'm sorry.
The game is from 2006,
seven, yeah.
like whatever.
So anyway, in this one, you have a melee cricket bat. It's the only weapon in the game, which kind of sucks, but it's also I don't mind. You barely have ammo for your pistols and stuff. The aiming is not that great, just like in Condemn, like where it's kind of more melee. And every area is ridiculously dark to the point where your flashlight barely lights up anything, and it's kind of like a Half-Life 1
How
flashlight.
do you aim, by the way? Is it just with the with the Wii mote or the Wii U mote?
Yeah, it's analog sticks. It's just like a
Okay.
360 game or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a dark, like crappy, rundown environments and darkness and tossed over stuff, and you kind of walk around. You're hearing stuff like crawl around or like moans and groans and zombies, and it's like it has the same feel that Condemned used to have to me when I used to play it, and it's really cool. It feels like it's I don't want to say it's a sequel, but it's like a spiritual successor sort of gameplay wise, not story, but it's really good. I can't describe it, but it's something that you have to play to understand how the emotion is while you're playing it. That like the scaredness and just going through each environment, being like in pitch black and hearing zombies and you hit motion detector and you see like red blips and you're like, shit, like am I gonna turn the corner and die? And you turn the corner and birds fly at your face. You're like, oh fuck, like, that's all it was. And
Actually, I have to ask.
Yeah.
So with the actual zombies themselves, are there different types?
that I know of. That was a weird mouth sound. I opened my mouth and kind of like had a hiccup, and that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, there's slow moving zombies. There's some with armor on that you have to like knock their helmets off, or they'll take a bit more shots if you try to aim at the chest because they're like SWAT team.
Yeah.
But I know there's a multiplayer variant where there's spitter people, there's faster running zombies, and my guess is they are in the single player. I haven't gotten far enough to actually see any of them. The closest I've seen is there was like this punk zombie that seemed to have chains all over his body, which made him not conduct electricity, but nearby power lines were shocking him, causing him to scream and alert more zombies.
Oh,
So
What an asshole.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, just fucking die, like shut up. And
I just pictured somebody, the voice yelling from Chivalry,
yeah,
but in zombie zombie form.
But like we were saying, also when you die in this game, it's so you have a health bar. If you get clawed, you take damage. However, if you get bitten, it's just over. And when I say get bitten, you could be full health, or you could be one hit in and you're still like pretty much full health. And one zombie could come from behind. If you get like grabbed, it's over. You're dead. It's fucking
Wow.
done. So you can like
Is that
turn a
because you
corner.
transform
that
or
is
what?
punishing.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're infected and you'll instantly turn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. Sometimes you're in these really claustrophobic environments. You'll turn a corner and you'll see a zombie. You hit the blip, and you see that red thing in front of you. You're like, all right, I know I'm gonna fight this thing. So you start hitting him, and you're hearing a zombie. But if you're not constantly looking down and pinging to see, like, are there anybody behind me? Maybe you missed one that was like passed out or knocked out on the ground, and
Yeah.
he gets up behind you and he just fucking bites you. It's over. And then you have to get back there and kill yourself, like kill your old self and grab. It's fucking crazy. It's such an insane game. It's awesome. I'm really excited to
the
put more
developer
hours into
again?
it. The what? Sorry.
Who's the developer?
Ubisoft, Montpellier, and some other one. I forget.
Yeah, I knew it was it's like a strange hybrid approach they've taken to the development side of things.
Yeah, they're sourcing into all their different international.
That's what they do
studios.
with
Yeah.
everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, their
Assassin's
games-
Creed 3 was made by like Ubisoft to international.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like this, everyone.
But no, it's really good. I don't know. I wish the multiplayer was not local only, but because the multiplayer is one person plays like an AI director where you spawn zombies in, and the other player plays.
What?
Yeah, you spawn zombies in, and each time you spawn a zombie, you get experience to then. Oh, I think we just lost Kumar. You spawn zombies in to. Oh, there he's back. You spawn zombies in to get experience, which lets you then spawn like spitter zombies and other zombies.
Okay.
And your zombies will attack points on the map, kind of like Battlefield's Conquest. And if you capture all the points, you win. And as a survivor, you just stand there. As the zombie guy, you have to get the zombies to like attack the flag. It's pretty. It seems cool. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems really cool.
Well, I think we should do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That game is really cool. Not Zombie U. Other games for the Wii U, like we played some Super Mario and all that stuff, and it's really fun to play co-op. And
Okay, no,
Nintendo Land.
no. Let me just specify that no, it is not fun to play co-op with you. It is enjoyable to play the game, but it's not fun to play co-op with you, Riccio, because you are the worst helper ever.
So in that game, it's Super Mario, except for whoever has the gamepad can poke the screen, because what's being shown on the screen on the gamepad is the game screen. But wherever you poke, blocks appear, so you can help your friends get to higher places.
Oh yeah, help them
and block enemies from landing on them and such. Or you can put blocks in front of them and cause them to hit the block and then fall into pits. Or
sometimes
just circle them with blocks and they can't go anywhere and they
sometimes
die.
helping one person and
completely killing
unintentionally
another.
killing the other. Yeah,
like multiple times, constantly.
So
this sounds like it's a sore spot for,
it's
for Sompy.
Yeah, it's
I
really
really enjoy the game. It's really nice, but
You didn't have that good of an experience, I guess.
no, I had a great experience actually. Like I really enjoyed the game, and I want to play more of it. It's just I think I need to have a director.
Choose your words carefully.
A director that suits that is a team player, and not pick one over the other.
Oh well, I was trying to help you both, except for every time I seemed to try and help you, it was like, oh, I accidentally clicked the block over your head as you were jumping. And then I'll try to like save you by clicking the bottom, which I then like push you deeper down and like kill you. I'm like, oh well, shit. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really fun. I mean, Nintendo Land is really cool with some of the competitive modes that were pretty much.
What is Nintendo Land?
Nintendo Land is a collection of mini games. It's pretty much like the Wii Sports type thing, where it shows you kind of like this is the cool stuff you can do with our system.
Yeah, just a newer, like it's a hardware demo basically.
Yeah,
pretty much. But with actually good games this time.
Yeah.
Instead of just
Okay,
tennis.
The games are actually really fun. Especially, my favorite was the Mario Chase,
Yeah.
Which was absolutely ridiculously fun. And
Mario's got to go back to jail.
Yeah, so
Toad Cop's gonna get him.
So pretty much the person playing on the gamepad gets an overview of the map, and he has to run away from the two other players. Think of it as tag, but the other two players only have a third-person view, and they don't see the map. So I can go hide around the map, and they have to go run around and try and communicate and find out where I am. And there's a little bar on screen that says how far I am from them, so they can kind of guess hot and cold where I am at. Mm-hmm. But it's really fun. It's pretty much like a crazy game of tag. It's awesome.
But like you get like these crazy jukes happening where for instance, Riccio ended up getting the star, so he had like we couldn't tag him, and he just ended up like hiding in the side of the map that we had no idea where he was. We had to run around the whole map to find him. It was ridiculous.
Sounds like a good time. Was had by all.
No, it was honestly, I think it would be a great party system. It's a lot of fun with a lot of people.
Sorry, choking on my...
Yeah, Riccio is dying.
I'm dying
You
here.
were
I don't know
trying
what's
really
happening.
hard to cover that up, eh?
Yeah, he was.
I was trying to lean away, and I was like, I'm good. No.
And he's still going.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I know how much you don't like Nintendo, Kumar.
Actually, it's not that I don't like Nintendo.
He just hates the Wii.
I think you should honestly try playing
Dan's got
this.
it exactly right.
You need to honestly try playing
grand
this.
disrespect for the
Who
Wii.
hates the Wii? Kumar?
Yeah, Kumar hates
Kumar,
it.
come over.
What's that?
Are you here now? No. No, you should come on over and we should try the Wii. You should come over.
No, the Wii, not the Wii U.
Oh, the Wii? Oh, he doesn't like... Okay. Fuck that thing.
Oh yeah, like the Wii U, I'll be completely honest, I don't like the concept at all.
Oh,
but
really?
at the same time, I know how well it's been received, and I've been hearing how people are kind of finding it,
Okay.
and it's making me more and more intrigued, at least checking it out, kind of thing. The only reason I disliked the Wii so much is just because, and I've mentioned this in a earlier podcast, but they originally designed the Wii as a peripheral for the GameCube,
Yeah.
and I hate that from a business perspective, if I was a shareholder, I'd be the happiest person alive because they capitalized on that thing like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah,
But
it printed money.
yeah, absolutely. But I hate the fact that it was at the expense of the people who grew up playing Nintendo's consoles, myself being one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the Wii U has been...
It's tough to say because the library that's out now, whatever has been third-party stuff, has actually been... I don't want to say shitty ports, but ports that from companies that don't know exactly how to use the software that well. The hardware that well, sorry. So you have stuff where the frame rate's not as good, but that's once again because they probably just don't know how to use the hardware as well, or like the ins and outs as like a 360 or a PS3 by now. But there's still some interesting things. Like Black Ops is also on the Wii U, And what happens is when you're playing online or like you're doing zombie split screen, one player uses the TV, the other player has their screen on the controller. So you're playing split screen, but each of you actually has a whole screen. So stuff like that's really neat.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge how the system's actually going right now. I mean, the actual Nintendo developed games have been, or not Nintendo, but I don't know. The Wii U only,
The in-house developed games
that stuff have
been received very well.
Yeah.
And it's been received incredibly well by the public from all accounts.
Except for, and if I may mention, day one they put out some people said it's a 5 gig firmware update, other people said it's 1 gig firmware update.
Jeez.
But the important thing is that it was a very long patch that was day one, and if ever you turned off your Wii U during it, it would brick.
No way.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
What some people have figured out is that while it's downloading, if you cancel out of the download and let's say keep going to play games, it will download the firmware in the background. Then when you quit your game, it'll be like, all right, we're going to install it. And then it's a lot less long.
I wonder if I can find a bricked Wii U on eBay.
I'm pretty sure people are sending them back to Nintendo instead of just being like, well, that's fucked. All right, let's sell them. Or you'd end up buying a Wii U and
Or maybe
brick one.
people are exactly. People are selling them and they
Fully
happen to be
sealed,
bricked.
totally working.
Not bricked.
You don't get to try it at my place.
It's clearly stated in the Kijiji ad, not bricked.
No.
No refunds.
Yeah. So,
Time to go to eBay.
no.
Well, if I can find actually, did you hear about the pricing? I think I told Riccio this. I'm not sure I told you this, Dan.
Yeah. You talking about
There was a day one release pricing glitch in, I think it was Canadian EBs, where they were selling the premium one for $200. It's
No
a
way.
32 gig edition, and something like 10,000 units went out with that price.
Oh,
And then they finally corrected it in the system, and it wasn't. I can't remember the exact details, but I know it wasn't a midnight price issue.
Yeah.
I think it was something that they put into the system after, and then when the store reopened in the morning, all the caches updated with the new prices, and that's where the glitch happened.
Well, all the EBs in Canada actually didn't do any midnight releases. They canceled
Okay,
all of them.
so it was the morning one.
Yeah.
maybe that has to do with it.
And
Maybe that
also
has to do
in the
with it.
United
Oh,
States,
yes.
apparently I heard from some people in a few states they did the same thing where they canceled the midnight releases. And then
I guess there
instead
wasn't
did,
enough
early.
interest for them.
No, it's I'm not sure because there's been a shit ton of pre-orders, but I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. No one fully knows, at least unless somebody said it and I missed out on the explanation. But so far there hasn't really been anything that I've seen as to why.
I wonder how many
have there been
units
any
sold.
significant like hardware issues at all aside from like that bricking problem? Have there been
No,
anything else that's come
actually,
up?
not really. Sometimes some apps do load semi-slowly, but it's really not that brutal. It's just kind of like, oh, that's okay. Well, like it's everything you expect that with more firmware updates and with just newer patches and stuff, it's gonna work better. And it's not that it's broken; like things aren't completely broken. But yeah, no, it seems to be working completely fine. Actually, what's crazy is the ability that the screen actually has to copy what's on screen or to send like an additional feed, I guess, to it.
Yeah.
Is ridiculous how there's no lag and no like compression and pixelation that is like noticeable on it, other than like it being a not huge quality screen. But it's really awesome. Like that thing it looks fucking crazy. I don't know how they did that well, but yeah.
Well, I was just gonna ask, like, do you know what the technicality is behind it? Like, what was it that they
believe it's
actually did?
Bluetooth based. It's
okay.
It's burst Bluetooth, I think, is the technology that it's using. What's the range that you get in your house, Riccio?
I can get to my kitchen kind of, but pretty much behind when I go behind any walls, it fucks up.
Okay.
So
Well,
it is in
It just
a
kinda starts
corner
better,
of your
or-
house.
yeah, it is in a
so.
corner of my house. So, but yeah, it. From what I've been hearing from like I think it was like Revision 3 Games, they have like a pretty much it's like an office building, but it's a huge like there's no walls. It's just not even cubicles. It's like just open area. They were able to get like 30 or 40 feet out of it before it started fucking up, which is kind of insane. But
That sounds pretty much right for Bluetooth, though.
Standard fare, right?
Yeah, standard fare for Bluetooth. So I think they just probably wrote new protocols and piggybacked it off of hardware.
But it's insane how it's sending a feed and sending all the control stuff, and there's just no visible latency at all. It's just kind of insane.
I
That's
think
actually
they had to do it that way, right?
that's
Imagine
actually-
what would have happened if there were problems.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool because most Bluetooth it will have intermittent issues with burst. So it's pretty intense that they managed to perfect it so much. So from a technological point, I think the Wii U is a pretty good step in
Actually,
technology.
question for you guys.
What's up?
What's the deal with multiple controllers and stuff? I think this was something that was a little bit shrouded in mystery earlier on.
So it currently only supports one gamepad, which is the screen thing. They don't sell the gamepad separately yet because you can only have one. They haven't announced what the pricing would be, but it would apparently be over $100 or something to get another gamepad. But at some point, it will support two gamepads simultaneously, which will be pretty crazy if there's no latency. But you can.
Well, apparently they said it cuts the frame rate in half.
Okay. So that's not too bad.
Because apparently stuff will run at 60 frames right now, but if you add another gamepad, everything's going to run at 30.
Okay.
Well,
so that's not too bad. But what's crazy is you can actually have the gamepad and then 5 Wiimotes hooked up to it, each one with nunchucks if you want. So that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
That is actually crazy.
So like that Chase Me stuff, the Mario thing we were talking about, you can have one gamepad and 4
Mario
people
Chase.
Mario Chase, sorry. You can have one gamepad and 4 Wiimotes chasing after you in game. So it's kind of crazy. But the Wii U has been so far really amazing. It's surprised me because I won't lie, when I picked it up, I was like, this is going to be poop. Like, it's going to be fun, but I'm never really going to like fully like
enjoy it.
And day one with Dan coming over and then Devin coming over after.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I was like, damn, okay, this thing actually has some pretty good potential here. So I'm enjoying it.
What was the price points for the premium and the standard?
$300 for the regular, $350 for the premium or the deluxe, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Did you hear about the guy who?
Some pretty crazy stuff.
You hear about the guy who was giving away the free Wii U with a box order of Twinkies?
Yeah.
For the low price of $5,000, you can buy
a 10-pack of Twinkies.
10-pack of Twinkies, and you get a free Wii U with it.
How does that make any sense at all?
It's because Twinkies are extinct.
Oh, right. Because they're gone. They're history now.
They're history pretty much. Zombie Land? No.
Yeah,
freaking movie.
They do have an expiry date.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's pretty funny that all the places where people Twinkies are still being sold people are like shipping them around the world for ridiculous prices. I think one guy like froze. I read an article that like a dude froze 150 Twinkies in liquid nitrogen for cryogenic storage.
Oh my god!
To preserve the Twinkie nature. Yeah.
See, my question to that would be like, man, why don't you just buy some ice cream cake? Like, wouldn't that satisfy? Like, wouldn't that be just as good? I guess maybe I don't appreciate Twinkies as much as he does.
Twinkies are good, but you just like warp them down. It's
yeah,
like, that was yummy, kind of.
What did I just taste?
But I just want to mention, somebody in the chat actually said there is a box of Twinkies on eBay for $100K.
Seriously?
I wonder if that's gonna sell. Some dude's like, I gotta have more Twinkies, man.
Did you guys ever hear about the original prototype Zelda that was being sold?
Huh?
No.
Like
there was
the
a
NES thing?
Yeah, there was original NES that was on eBay. It was something obscene. It was like $2 million or something like that.
Yeah,
and it was like an original prototype, though it was gold stamped, but it wasn't like
It never got released.
Yeah, it was
for the.
Sorry, it was gold. It was gold pressed, but it was never
had the stamp of approval because it was never released.
Yeah, it was never released, and it is the like one of the original Zelda games, and went for like, I don't know if it ever sold.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Somebody bought it
for $2 million.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, but like it was this dude who's like,
I don't know if it was $2 million. I think it was like $200K or something. But
oh no, I think it was $2 million with his whole game collection.
Maybe
because the dude sells.
Oh, it was like a big
buy every game
NES game collection.
Yeah, and it was like, but it was like a whole bunch of prototypes and stuff that was never released, and like all this crazy stuff.
His whole collection was NES, I think Atari, Genesis, Sega CD, Super Nintendo, N60. Like it had like fucking all the older like retro consoles.
Your instant Nintendo collection.
Yeah,
it
was
instant
like
Nintendo collection as well as like some
everything.
Like, I don't know.
I just want to make a note. This is the goofiest reason for people to fight in PlayStation All Stars.
Did he cut his ice cream in half?
Yep, he cuts his ice cream, and Sweet Tooth gets real ticked off, and ice cream looks sad. Anyways, continue.
Storylines.
So I wonder if it actually the whole thing sold or just that one.
I know at least that sold. I don't know if somebody bought the rest of his stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to fall down that deep dark hole of retro video game stuff, but at the same time, that could be real dangerous and real expensive.
Just buy it and then resell it for 2001.
Actually, I do know a guy who plays the eBay market, and what he does is he buys stuff off Kijiji. When people are like, "It's selling my GameCube kit with 3 games for like $60," and then he just like splits it apart and sells them all individually, and he has.
He goes over to that person's house and splits them apart and just sells their organs.
No. And,
Wow.
GameCube, that sounds like a perfect person. You're mine. All right, sorry.
Yeah, so that's what he does is he ends up buying these kits that people sell at like garage sales and stuff, and then splits it apart and sells it on eBay. He makes
So
a
he'll
lot
sell
of cash
like the
that
games
way.
individually, the console, controllers, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, like he'll sell the console and controllers together, or he'll sell the controllers individually, and then he'll
Yep.
sell the games individually, and he makes a pretty decent chunk of change off of it.
Jeez.
And he has his own collection that he's like will find, like for instance, Smash Bros. For the N64 sells for about $150.
No way.
Yeah, opened.
Is it just not available anymore, or like what's going on?
That's just hard to find.
They're just very hard to find, and
Holy cow.
sealed copies of Smash Bros. For N64. He said the most expensive one that he saw was $1,500,
Jeez.
and it wasn't even like the premium grade because there's this crazy grading system
Yeah.
that goes with it too. Whether it's like there's a dent in the box or
Yeah.
discoloration or crazy stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. I said that a lot of times.
The collectors.
Pretty interesting how it's like you always think of like antiques being like chairs and tables, but there's a huge antique game market, which is awesome.
So not to stray too far from what and go on such a crazy tangent. Is there anything else you guys have played this week that we want to talk about?
I finished Halo 4.
Ooh,
Kumar, have you finished it yet?
I still haven't. No.
Okay.
I've been. You guys are actually gonna laugh at me. I've still been playing Anniversary.
Oh, that's okay. No. Like I got mad respect for that. Just like I'm thinking
And the only
about.
reason is because it's easy to play. Like I can. It's kind of like what myself and Dan were talking about a while back, where you can play games like Torchlight without sound.
Yes.
I've gone through this game so many times that I don't need to play it with sound. So,
Yeah, you just know everything.
Yeah, like I'll listen to podcasts and everything, and
Yeah.
just kind of have a blast that way.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's really good.
Whoa.
So what level are you on for that?
I'm on. I'm on the library.
You're on the library?
oh,
I am, yeah, and I'm
man.
going through it on legendary. So
Oh, okay.
it's
gonna take you a
me a little while.
It's a lot of deaths.
Yep.
Guys,
Yeah.
guess what? I've never played Halo 1 to completion.
Really?
Yep.
In that case, then tell you what, we'll get you to play the library on legendary.
Oh.
the
my-
only 5 times
Fuck.
on legendary solo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Have
Which
you
level?
have you been trying to find all the Easter eggs in it?
No, not even. Like I know that they did a lot of new stuff with this one, from what I understand. Like there's skulls in this copy and
Okay.
all that other stuff, but I haven't really been. paying
Oh, you're
attention
talking
to
about the
it.
anniversary edition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why you're okay.
Yeah, see, I haven't played the anniversary edition. I still have like
Looks
original
amazing. By the way.
original Halo
Yeah,
1 that I've
figured.
got on PC.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of really, really good Easter eggs in
Are
that
there?
game. Oh, yeah. I don't
didn't
know
know.
if they're still in the anniversary edition, but there's some good ones. You can find the talking grunt, and he speaks English. He's in the last mission where you're driving around in the Warthog.
Okay.
You
You
talking
can
about Halo 3 now?
No.
Well, there's one in Halo 3 as well.
Can I just do some breaking news? Apparently, somebody in the chat seems to have linked something that a worker that works at Hostess has leaked the Twinkie how to make them.
Really?
That's awesome.
2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder,
Yeah. Well,
a
you
quarter
saved-
teaspoon of salt, 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter, softened, 1 cup of sugar, 2 large eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/8 teaspoon almond extract, and that's optional, and 1 cup of milk.
You know what's gonna happen, eh?
What's up?
Some other company like I
It's
don't
gonna
know,
make Twinkies.
like Seal
Like
Test or
Twonkies.
someone. Yeah,
Twonkies.
Twinkies.
Twinkies Redneck Edition.
Twinkie twangers. Or just, oh, because that's all it sounds like when you eat them. Just put them in my mouth.
You know what,
There's
Kumar?
got to be a
Kumar,
company that's gonna remake them.
Kumar, do you want to kickstart this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll legit do it with you if you
All
want
right,
to
so
invest
Kumar
it.
starts the Kickstarter. Devin gives him the money.
I
How's
like
that
this
sound,
plan.
Kumar?
I got 50 cents I can put towards this if you really want me
Nice.
to.
We just need about like 4 to 5 million more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dollars, not
I
cents.
wonder if anybody is actually Kickstartering that. I should probably take a look at that.
Probably somebody like you get sued or something for doing that. Like no, I own the patent for flour in that sort of shape.
I own the patent for flour and eggs in this proportional
No,
measure.
you can't do that. Almond extract? Nope. But yeah,
I think that's the next step in all these, like, these crazy patent wars that we hear about.
Yeah.
The next crazy wars are going to come from people stealing recipes and stuff.
I think it would be like DNA.
Oh my god, imagine.
I can
Actually,
make
no,
your DNA.
that is actually true. There is that happening right now where companies are fighting over specific DNA sequences.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah,
What was that?
actually,
What was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
The one where he
The
gives
Sixth
birth
Day.
to a
yeah, 6 days. This is like the 13th, the 11th hour.
the 11th hour.
But yeah, no. One of the companies is I think they're actually pretty new from yesterday. Abstergo.
Segway.
Oh,
Perfect.
They're taking those DNA sequences. You know what I mean?
Gross.
Ugh.
Oh, here's Dan. Of course.
Assassin's Creed.
Dude, when you don't... Please stop saying ass.
Assassin's Creed.
No good.
Yes. So Assassin's Creed 3 came out. PC.
The multiplayer's fun.
Multiplayer's really fun.
What are you guys playing it on?
PC.
And
I still have my Xbox version.
Oh,
You should-
Dan, you're playing it on the
You should
360,
probably
right?
get it on PC.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Nah.
It looks
I have played it. No.
so good.
Does
I
it?
don't.
Oh my god, it looks
Did they
good.
just redo all the textures for the PC version, or like what's going on?
Let's just say in shitty Ubisoft way to port things for PC, you can't
Yep.
turn off settings for graphics. You can only put
Okay.
them to normal, and normal is Xbox. That's what they said. They're like,
Oh,
we can't
okay.
put it any lower than that. It's just we didn't make shittier textures. So it's either put to that or you can go a bit higher. It doesn't. Same thing I was doing like a few weeks ago, or that I noticed from a few weeks ago when I was playing Brotherhood, is that faces have like crazy ass pores, and everything is like even
I
the
just
secondary
pictured
characters.
a really pockmarked face person.
Pretty much, that's like you see that even from secondary characters that you're just like talking to randomly. It's kind of really awesome looking. However, so far it seems to either be a super CPU intensive game where
Yeah.
it seems to lag a lot in big cities, and if you have AMD video cards, apparently it runs like shit currently, like where
Suck.
it'll barely.
I have
So
an
it's either
NVIDIA
video cards
card.
or- Yeah, it's the same here. So I was been pretty
I have
okay with
both.
that. But yeah, like there's some weird settings because like the Ubisoft way is to usually not give you too many options for customization of your graphics. Apparently the game uses physics. Apparently the game has like VSync that you can't turn off. Anti-aliasing you can't turn off. It only has low, and it's still using a shit ton of your CPU. So a lot of stuff like I had to go into the actual NVIDIA control panel and be like, no, you're off. Route the friggin' physics to my video card, not the CPU. And it kind of I got some frames better out of that, but
Just
I wonder why
pictured
they
yet
don't
again,
really
a
need
gentleman
that.
handing you frames like, yo, here's your frames.
Well, it's because what happens is you'll be running in a city like towards like a boat where there's no. It's not like calculating the villagers and everything walking around, and it's like 60 frames, and then the dude like runs past you, so you start turning around, and by the time you're facing the opposite direction, it's like a slideshow, and you're like, no, I just want to catch up to you, not watch you slowly escape via pictures. So. I don't know. I'm hoping that Ubisoft is going to pull like what they did with Ghost Recon Future Soldier for PC, where it ran like this, and then a month later they're like, don't worry,
We
here's,
patched it.
Here's a 1.5 GB patch. Suddenly the game has like all these options and runs like amazing. So I'm hoping that'll happen. But even the way it runs now, it's still really playable. It's not as bad as I made it sound.
Well, I mean, all that really matters is how good of a frame rate you get when you play those board games.
Oh yeah, totally. That shit is fucking
Yeah, those board games you showed me, they
Nine
actually
Most
look
intensive parts
really
of the
fun.
entire game.
Nine Men Morris and
I don't remember the other one.
Fukandal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You put like this crazy future chess in the past.
What?
Oh, okay. I gotta mention something. I
Why
know
do you get
Dan,
super
Dan's
excited
played
at
it. The main character. Why does it sound? It's either the way that dude sounds when he talks, or they added a filter over his voice that he sounds like Mass Effect, the robot dude who's like got feelings.
You mean
What?
Legion.
how did
know
you
what,
get
like,
Sin?
The robot
like
dude who's got feelings.
the like
You talk
almost-
about Connor or
no, not Connor.
Hatham?
Hatham. You know how it has like that almost like dubsteppy like a wet kind of like gurgling background sound?
No, actually.
If you put headphones on, every time it talks, actually the most times when any character talks, it'll like distort as if it's like the animus fucking up sort of, and they get like it goes like digitally fucked, and like often when he's talking, he has such a deep voice, it goes. I can't describe it. Like if you have headphones on, you can really notice it. It's weird because every time it does that sound, I'm like, oh my god, he's Legion. Like, what is about to happen? So I don't know. I didn't know if you realized that or not.
The Geth have invaded colonial
Yeah, it's
America.
wait a second. Yeah, suddenly it pops out and you're playing as Desmond, and it's just like, I'm Commander Shepard. And you're like, oh my fucking god, what just happened?
That's what's behind that gate.
Yeah.
A mass relay.
Wait, what game? No,
In
I'm
the-
just
motherfucker.
Yeah, just messing with you. Yeah. That game starts slowly.
Costume is really bad.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 starts really slowly in terms of you actually not doing that much, but holy fuck is the story good during that slowness. You're just like, I'm not doing much, but just keep going. Just
And
tell me your
let
stories.
me tell you, you haven't seen
Yeah, I know.
anything yet.
I
really want you to fucking hurry up and finish Sequence 3.
yeah, so it's
Because I talked about it before when it first came out. Dear God.
I don't remember exactly what you said, which is gonna be good because I'm gonna. Go
I
into
said
it totally.
it's great.
Okay,
And then I
that's all you
don't
said.
want to talk
Okay.
about it.
So I'll probably be the first one to text you when it happens. But like, man, that game is fucking. It's done some weird things for Assassin's Creed. I don't like how it doesn't feel like the buttons are the way they were in the other Assassin's Creed, where Y was or let's say you're using a 360 controller, which is what I'm using on the PC version. Y was your head stuff, so it would be like your eagle vision, or in the other ones it was like counter, I think. Was it Y? No, X was counter. What was Y? No, it was like throw things. And then X was like your punch, B was grab, and A was kind of like free run and jump. In this one,
X was attack.
Yeah,
Not
X
necessarily
was-
punch.
Well, a punch,
just-
but yeah, just whatever
yeah.
that hand was. In this one, it only shows A and B, A and B on screen. And sometimes I'm like leaning over a ledge, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to assassinate someone, because in the other one I was used to seeing X change to assassinate or whatever. That doesn't pop up anymore. So
I missed that.
You miss having that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's same here, because I'll be leaning over an edge. I'm like, am I going to kill him, or what's going to happen? So I hit it. And I'm like,
So
it's
there's
not
there's no prompt anymore for that.
There's no prompt.
Okay, that's a little weird.
As well as the left trigger, which was usually like, all right, get into lock-in combat camera, is now get into third person and you have a crosshair on screen camera. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'd get into combat and then like pull out my little pistol and be like, nope, no, I'm trying. This is what I'm supposed to hold. This is the Assassin's Creed games. But yeah, that game is also really brutal for the fighting. Retardedly brutal. Like retardedly brutal. I love
Do you
it.
think it's the best entry to the series so far?
In terms of them getting the storytelling so right, yes. Yeah, like it's crazy. It's really crazy. I can't describe it. I don't want to describe it, but it's
Okay.
I'm excited to play it.
it's almost where you laugh at it if Metal Gear Solid did it, 'cause you're like, it's nothing but cutscenes. But in this one, you're just like, shut up and tell me everything. Just I will listen to you guys do whatever the hell you have to do, and I'll go from point A to point B. I don't know. It's just the writing, the characters, the settings.
Just
Everything.
feels good.
It's just everything feels good. And looks
It's
damn
super
pretty.
fascinating
It's
after
su-
Sequence 3, too.
Okay, well that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what the jump is going to be from Hatham to Connor, but I kind of clued in somewhat
It's
to maybe,
kind of predictable.
yeah. Well, it's not until you kind of one thing happens, you're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Ooh, bless you.
Bless you.
That's go out, Devin. Your mic is muted.
Jeez.
But you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
And I'm back.
Oh, that was loud.
Oh, and I'm really loud.
But yeah, no, that game is also really awesome. But yeah, I know we've talked about it a lot before, so I won't spend too much time on it. But we played some multiplayer. That multiplayer
Oh
is
man,
fantastic.
that multiplayer.
I haven't
is
even tried that yet, so.
Did
real
they change it
good.
around from the previous titles, or is it still somewhat the same, just refined?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is I never actually played the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, Neither have I,
I've
so
seen
this-
people play it though.
It is very just like refining
Yeah.
the concept from
It's
version to version.
It's real good.
from what I've seen is like when Brotherhood came out. when you were trying to blend in with crowds, the crowds would be like, you look at it and you're like, that is clearly an AI pathing. Now, I'm guessing they did the same thing in Revelations, but in this one, the AI is moving in like weird ways that even humans would do. Like, oh, suddenly one of them sprinting, and then you're like, oh, that's totally him. Nope, that's an AI. And someone's crawling or like doing weird paths, but I don't know, it's a lot crazier and a lot more fun. But yes, it's essentially the same stuff as the other ones. Just like Dan said, it's way more refined.
Though I didn't realize that with the character models that are picked for the multiplayer, that the character models, the same model is an NPC somewhere.
Yeah.
And when you spawn, you seem to just take over another NPC or the NPC, because like if you don't touch the controls, you'll continue to follow a path.
Yeah.
Whereas
that's how it always has been. Yeah.
Okay, I see. I never played any of the Brotherhood or anything else, so it was interesting.
I
for me
played quite a bit of Brotherhood because I thought the concept was really cool.
Yeah.
I played some of Revelations to realize like, oh, they really like took the concept of that was the Brotherhood version and like refined this. So I can only imagine this one is even more refined.
it feels really good.
It feels really awesome, especially when you're playing the team games. And there's like, I don't know what was in Revelations or Brotherhood, but there's Battlefield.
I want to say that in Revelations, you know that little circle indicator? I want to say that was different in Revelations, but in this one, it's the same as it was in Brotherhood.
Yeah. I think you're right, because I think I remember seeing like squigglies and weird stuff above it and like some weirder kind of distorted stuff. Or I think what it was is that when you were close, it would like vibrate and get like signal.
Yeah, but it wasn't that like directional.
Yeah, it wasn't as directional
that it was now. Yeah.
Now it seems to be a mix of both, because when you get close or farther, you're behind walls, it'll do like weirder stuff. As well as there's a lot of cues that they do to help you get away and figure out who you have to kill.
Is there context for the multiplayer this time? In the old ones, it was an Abstergo training thing, and then in Brotherhood, you actually went and there were single-player missions to kill each of the different multiplayer characters because they were all Templars.
So when you start it up, it's not as crazy as it was, I believe, in Brotherhood when you started up, and it was a dude standing in like a server room with like hundreds of thousands of people, and he was talking to him.
Yeah.
It's not like that, but it's him or someone directly talking to you like, welcome to Abstergo, like you're going to be doing stuff.
So it is still Abstergo training stuff.
Yeah, and actually for leveling up, you unlock Abstergo story things. Like you can find advertisements of Abstergo being like, yo, here you go, buy our new product, and all this like weird stuff that's in that universe.
What is Abstergo supposed to be?
Some sort of either drug / just science. I'm going to say like science.
Pharmaceutical company.
Pharmaceutical / like aperture science. But no, one mode that I actually didn't get to try, it's called Wolfpack. It seems to be a co-op versus NPCs mode.
Ooh.
At least that's what it sounded. I think that was
in Revelations.
Was it? Okay.
But I didn't try it because it was like it was part of a DLC pack.
Because I was going through the menus quickly and I was like, because there's quick match, custom, and all this options and stuff. And then another one of those that was separate was just that Wolfpack, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's clan.
One man Wolfpack.
Well, yeah. No, I thought it was gonna be some sort of clan thing. It was like, oh yeah, you get your Wolfpack together and go kill some people. All Hangover style, but but no, it was just like, yo, join a match and go hunt down these special targets with your buddies. I'm like, whoa, what? So that I don't know what it is. It sounds really cool. I should probably try it, but it sounds pretty cool. I don't know. Assassin's Creed 3 is really good.
What other stealth assassin games have you been playing?
Zombie U. No.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
Yeah. No.
There should be one of the assassins in this game. That'd be pretty great.
Agent 47 would be just like fiber wires, like fat princess.
Oh my god.
So vicious.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kratos' attacks are like viciously stabbing people with his sword of Olympus.
Yeah, that sounds really
Are they actually just like his attacks from in the God of War games?
Yeah.
Even has like his
even the same like aerial combos and stuff you can pull off.
See, it would look really horrible to watch him beat the shit out of Fat Princess, but it would look equally hilarious to watch her beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't understand how good some people can play Fat Princess.
Yeah,
so.
you really
Day
don't
one,
get
first
it.
try. Yeah. But yeah, Dan and I have been playing some Hitman Absolution, for both on PC, but it's also on 360 and PS3.
Do you have a
I've been
verdict
playing
yet?
with a controller, and you've been playing with mouse and keyboard.
I'm gonna
though,
go
so.
and play with the controller now. Now that I've seen that there's some cool ass aiming, like hold the shoot button halfway to steady your aim and then fully push it
That
to
really
shoot.
Yeah.
pissed me
That
off.
seems really cool. It's funny.
How do they do that on the PC? Do they
you
just
don't-
not?
You just it's your right click. It's because you bring it up and then oh no, you hold shift. It's like holding your breath in like a Call of Duty game. You hold shift and it's like
Oh.
so yeah. But I'm gonna reserve my judgment with that game for now, because the first day that I played, by the time I was done the first 2 hours of it, I was in a position where I was in a really bad mood with it. I absolutely hated a lot of the changes they did to the Hitman thing, the Hitman series, or just the way it's supposed to play. I just overall had like a shitty ass experience with it. But then after taking like 2 steps back, watching some videos and trying to understand like, okay, if I don't play this the old way and I try to figure out the way they designed it, and after seeing that, it's like, okay, if I try to play it as some pseudo Splinter Cell / like distract sneak,
It has a very big Splinter Cell conviction
Yeah.
vibe to me.
yeah, like if
It is also the 5th Hitman game.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, like, you know, Splinter Cell, how you'd sneak around people? If you plan to do that, it's a lot more enjoyable, it seems, than to play like a Hitman game where you want to be disguised and be hidden in plain sight. So if you try to, because the old Hitman games, you just take a disguise and you'd walk in front of people and they wouldn't give a shit. They're like, you're not doing anything crazy yet, so just go ahead and just murder people. In this one, you say you kill a guard and you dress up like him. Well, a plumber who's walking by won't tell that you're not one of the guards, but the other guards will look at you and be like, you're not Joe, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And it's just weird because sometimes they can spot you across like
A hall.
a hall or huge distances. So to then, instead of try to do that, but maybe take that outfit and then sneak around, and if you get caught, then you have that like 10 seconds of like, okay, fuck, now I can kind of get away because you won't fully see me yet. To play it like that sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun, but I don't know. How far did you get, Dan?
I got what I think is halfway through the second real level, the Terminus Hotel.
And did you want to describe how you
How I beat the
dealt
first
your
level?
first level?
I beat the first level in about 5 minutes, not through any sort of like really careful planning, but
So the first level that we're talking about is not like the after tutorial thing. It's well, you're talking about Chinatown. Or are you talking about
yeah, I'm talking about Chinatown.
Okay,
yeah.
so Chinatown.
Chinatown is the first like full Hitman mission
Yeah.
in that game because the prelude level is like a tutorial
Yeah.
thing. So the way I beat Chinatown was you're supposed to go like assassinate this guy who's in the middle of a square and he's got all these like dirty cops around him or something.
Yeah.
Right? So I picked up a bottle and I walked into the crowd and I threw it at him. And so none of the cops reacted, but he ran out into the crowd and was like, who the fuck did that? And then I broke his neck and then I walked out the door.
All in a
Seriously?
day's
That
work,
was
yeah.
it?
And that was it. But I have seen screenshots from like entirely other places in that level. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like I was mentioning, is you can go into like a building, figure out there's a drug dealer, and then you can take his like kill him or knock him out and take his disguise, and then suddenly you're a drug dealer like for that guy that he knows. So he'll like go meet you somewhere and you can kill him, or you can climb into a building and like snipe him, and there's all these different ways. And
Apparently throwing a bottle and having him
Yeah.
run out of his like a guarded area to go
Yo,
deal
who's
with the crowd.
disrespecting me?
and the way I ended it,
I was shocked that worked. I
Yeah.
was like, what even?
It's kind of
Huh?
dumb that he'd just be like, hold on, guards, you guys stay here. I want to go check this out myself. But the way I did is he goes and eats sushi at some point, or like some sort of fish meal. And I go and I kill the guy who's cooking the fish, or I knock him out and I throw him in a dumpster. Same thing. And I take his like
He is subdued.
yeah, subdued. And I take his fillet knife
Yeah.
and I wait for him to come up and he starts ordering the food and I just like throw the knife directly into his face and then just run away. It's just great. It was just like, oh, well, he's dealt with. I'm leaving. No one suspects a thing. So,
So I did ask you this earlier before we start podcasting.
Yeah.
Is there ways to make everything seem like an accident?
from what I heard about
Because
that first level is there's a way to poison his food.
okay,
So you can find some sort of rat poison or something and you go to that fish guy, except for when the fish dude turns around.
what if you could like poison his drugs?
That you could probably do that too if the like because I didn't do the drug thing. I don't know if that's the exact way it
Well,
plays
if I
out.
could put a knife in the end of the bottle that I threw at him, and then it would just stab and kill him.
So
and
it's
that
like
would be
Dead
it.
Rising Hitman.
Yes.
Wait a second. If I put Bowie knives on my boxing gloves, it's like a Hitman with like punching
All
through
we've done
crap.
with this whole podcast is just mash up all these wicked games.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would totally enjoy it.
Hitman All Stars Battle Royale.
Rising. Revengeance.
Zeros.
But yeah, no, there definitely seems to be ways to make them all seem like
Legit.
freaks.
Get that silent
accidents.
assassin where you
Yeah.
were never even there.
Yeah. Which we should mention the
Except
difficulty.
I've seen the.
I think that
I have
bottle is
seen
a pretty
the
silent assassin one.
the getting to the target of the second level there of the hotel.
Yeah.
I've seen what happens there, and I guess there's really no way to
no,
do that level that
there's-
way.
That's what's also really annoying is that certain scene that you're talking about. Agent 47 has been killing people professionally and cleanly for 5 games now, and without spoiling too much, there's a certain bouncer that you're warned about at the start of the level.
And you're
where-
like, okay, I'm
where-
gonna have to kill
yeah.
him.
Yeah, well,
Like,
the dude's like, this guy is a big motherfucker. Like, you better stay away from him. And he's like, got it. And it's like, okay. And you meet him, and he's just like, I'm gonna try to like shittily strangle him from the back. And that obviously does not work because he's like 4 times the size of your fucking body. And it's just like you.
his
wouldn't
neck
have
is
done-
thicker than
yeah,
your body.
it's like you would have used your like needle thing that you had in the other games, which is like missing in this one, or you would have stabbed him, or just silently shot him in the back of the head. But it's like, no, I'm gonna try and strangle him.
The one thing I have noticed about, because I have attempted the older Hitman games and realized that I don't like them very
Yeah.
much. They are very much third-person puzzle games.
Yeah.
Compared to this one, which is more of a third-person shooter with stealth elements.
Yeah, which is what I needed. That's what I need to like get that out of my head. It's not like okay, I have to be disguised and observe and then plan. It's like, no, you just gotta fucking hide
with
and
it.
plan as you're going and like not get found out. There's no like stand around.
It's
and
not
think.
like it's not a puzzle game. Hitman games are puzzle games,
Yeah.
but not this one.
Yeah.
So
So once I get that out of my fucking head, I'll be like, this is awesome.
And you'll enjoy it because it looks really pretty.
Yeah. And yeah, this game, like that Chinatown level, it's like a crowd of people that you're just wading through, and there's like hundreds or like 200 dudes on screen that you're just like slowly crawling through. That's why like Dan probably didn't get seen because it's just
well, the
fucking
crowd
wall.
freaked out.
yeah,
and-
okay, that's
Oh God, a bottle!
But the cops didn't do anything, so I was like, oh, all right.
Motherfucker!
well,
It all worked out in the end.
we were recording the dry run, and as we were fading out and we were getting ready to like hit end on the recording, I fiber wired a dude's neck next to a civilian, and I dragged the corpse over to him. But the dude's looking at him. He's like, "Oh, it's one of those drunk guys, isn't it?" Wait a second. And he starts running away. I'm like, that is the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
But it's just like, because he freaks out, and as you get closer, he's like, "Oh, he's just drunk." Oh, and then just runs off. But
Took him a couple seconds to clue in, eh?
which is just neat how they actually did that. But some of my complaints is that, once again, because I'm still looking at it like a Hitman game, when there's Uncharted, let's say, style events, like escaping a possibly burning building into a helicopter chase.
Not to spoil anything.
Not to spoil anything, but into a helicopter chase, which has like crazy cinematic camera angles and jumping and rolling and all this weird climbing shit. It's like, you're seeing this happen and you're like, what? This is not the game that I was expecting to be playing, but okay. But it still looks always awesome while it's doing it. It's just kind of jarring to see that. But yeah, anyway, Absolution's pretty sweet. The cool thing is the mode. It has an extra mode called Contracts, where you can pick one of the levels in the game, and you have to go through it, and you can do whatever you want. You can kill, let's say, one guard, and then back out of it, and then you can put that same kill out as a challenge to everybody. So say you go and play the first level, and he's trying to kill, let's say, the guy in the Chinatown. If you're able to, let's say you play it.
So I could kill him by dragging him out of the crowd by throwing a bottle at him.
Well,
a contracts challenge.
Say you would have done it the way you
Yes.
did it.
Could I do that?
Kind of. I went in there expecting it to be semi like Forge mode, like, oh, third person, like pick who you want to kill, pick the item. But no, like, say you went up, you killed him with the bottle, but you got detected. I'm guessing, right? Kind of.
Well,
That-
the crowd again. The crowd like flipped the fuck out because this dude in a suit just snapped this dude's neck.
So
Like
so,
you can do the like press
Yeah, yeah.
like the attack button
Yeah.
repeatedly to subdue, or you can press the like
Y button to
Y
snap.
button to snap their neck instantly and kill
Yeah.
them. But I guess that's louder or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So the crowd flipped the fuck out, but I got far enough away from the body by the time the cops got there to like
But
not.
But even something as simple as the crowd noticing you, like noticing that there's something wrong, is kind of like a spotted bonus. So say if you were to put that challenge online, it would have been like, all right, I dare like anybody to go and do this contract faster, kill him with a bottle, let's say, or whatever, or like kill him using unarmed. And let's say you never disguise yourself. It'll be like never disguise yourself. Only kill him if that's all you did, and get out maybe without getting shot. Like all these little things that you just did, it'll take it as sort of bonus ways to go through the mission that you have to then challenge people to do. So say you're really pro to mission, you can go through it being like, okay, kill him only using fiber wire, even though it's like getting through this mansion fortress, and you can challenge people that way, which seems really cool. And
I thought it was like a weird player created thing. I didn't think it was that.
it kind of is player created in that way, but you can't create maps. It's like create your challenges.
Yeah. No, I didn't think you could. I just
Yeah.
thought it was like, okay, you put the enemies in and you make their pathing and stuff. I thought that's what it was, but
It's not, but you know how you killed the boss? You could have been like, start that level and one of the cops at the entrance, you could have just like shot him in the face, and then that's the mission to go and kill that cop. So it's anybody you kill, you can hit a button, it's like that is the mark. So and you can set up to 3, so it's kind of neat.
People are going to come up with the most ridiculous ways to murder people.
I really
Yeah,
think
that's
you should
pretty
make
much what
that
happened.
into a challenge and see if anybody can ever beat it.
the bottle one?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll try. I don't know if I could replicate it. It was just this weird, like, because it wasn't even like he was like, he ran so far out into the crowd that I was like, this is okay. 5 minutes of
Say so.
content.
Yeah, it's messed up. Like apparently all those missions you did in 5 minutes, but there's
Well, it was just that
backstory-
first one. I haven't like, I fucked up hard that second mission because I went through the sewers to like go up the elevator. I got seen down those sewers, ended up stabbing everyone down there.
Yeah.
And there's like 30 people down there.
Well,
They're all dead.
That's something I want to mention too is in the top left part of the screen, the entire time you're playing is a like high score tally. So if you, let's say, kill someone with a headshot, it's 150 points. But if you killed someone who was not mission critical, that's minus 350 points. So you're at minus 100
So
points.
if you're going to kill people who are not mission critical, you better do it well.
Yeah, you better headshot them, and you better put them in a bucket or something. Not a bucket, in some sort of basket that'll
Hide the body.
hide the body to
that
make
body.
it negate itself. But it sucks because it starts out at 0, so you can start a
That point will
mission.
just negate your negative score.
Yeah, exactly. But you'll start it at 0, let's say, and that's what every mission starts out as. And you'll walk forward, and then one dude's like, "You look suspicious." It's like minus 1,500 points, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" Like, "Oh shit." Okay, well, I guess I have to work my way back up to positive. But doing everything slightly wrong and slightly getting detected just brings that lower and lower and
Which
lower
really-
into the minuses.
There was another thing in that prequel level.
Yeah?
There's a point where there's all these guards out in this like main area, and there's
Yeah.
one guard that's like wearing a fancier suit than everyone else. And he's got the key card to
Yeah.
exit that part of the level.
You can't wear his suit.
Yeah,
I tried
that's-
it.
Whatever, but there's a thing up at the top of the balcony where you
Yeah.
can open up all the window blinds,
Yeah.
and they'll like this.
Freak
It's just
out.
like, hey, this is the distraction thing. So everybody freaked out. They send one dude to go check it out. It's the dude in the suit with the key card.
Really?
So I just murdered him. And
Wow.
Took the key card, and I was like, all right.
Nice.
Just this like weird, easy situations that I kind of lucked into there, but then the hotel mission I just totally
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's
It wasn't even like they were just workers down there. There was like 2 real guards,
Yeah.
but I had to stab everyone because I was constantly detected.
I find
So-
it hard that once you get detected, it's almost hard to get out of that mode because everybody always seems to know where you are. And
They
then
were
if-
running away, but I had to kill them. Like,
Oh, okay. So you did like they have witnesses.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
well, because my thing wasn't like going
Yeah.
away. So
But
then I stabbed the last one. It was like hidden again. I was like, great, let's go up the elevator.
But if there was a way to turn that off, just so you know that you can just play the game however you want and not be told like you're doing it wrong, minus 5,000 points, and it's
Well, apparently, if you play on Purist,
yeah,
It's
that'll
off.
turn that off.
because the Purist is no HUD elements, go.
Yeah, no like assassin,
And like you don't
influence
get that
mode and-
meter
yeah.
at all. There's like maximum enemies, and they react really fast.
Yeah,
But the idea is to try and recreate the same experience from some of the older games. I
yeah,
guess.
exactly. But it's weird because the whole game is kind of coded in a way that it revolves around using all the new stuff, so it
Yeah.
makes the missions just insanely way harder. But I don't know, like I'm trying to not say that the game is ass just yet, because after kind of realizing that I was just playing it completely the wrong way, I want to go back and then try it again and be like, okay, no, this is actually pretty sweet, because it looks phenomenal and it plays awesome. The story's sick and it's like it's good. I don't know.
It's pretty wicked.
It's pretty wicked. Yeah.
I kind of want to pick it up now.
Yeah.
I was very wary and on the fence of that one, and after playing for the dry run, I'm kind of like, oh.
You can get it for like $40.
Yeah.
For Green Man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But what, I feel like there's something else that we
Yeah, they need to sponsor this cast.
Yeah, they really do.
mention them so often. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something.
There's more DLC for Borderlands.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that came
true.
out. I didn't get to try that yet.
No.
though.
I haven't
haven't
tried that either. But
Still haven't finished Borderlands
the
2.
lead writer, Anthony Birch, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
Did an AMA on Reddit as Mr. Torg.
yeah.
That is a fantastic read
Yeah?
if you have
Really?
the time. Yep. Because it's an AMA about explosions or cats.
Really?
Nice,
Yep.
That is.
nice.
And it's just hilarious. Good job writing that character, Anthony Birch.
I can't wait to actually play it. I still have to finish the other one first. I'm like halfway through it or something right now.
Yeah, so am I.
All the writing in all those are just.
We should really
matches-
just jump in and just power the rest
Yeah.
of that Captain Scarlet DLC.
But I mean, like,
I
even
need to beat it still.
Jeez, Devin. But
Get out there, Vault Hunter, kill Handsome Jack.
I just have no ambition to fucking finish it. I know it's.
Do you think you're just done with it?
Yeah.
Once all the DLC's out, you'll be like, oh, I should probably, and you'll get back into it.
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
what I always
And then you won't
do.
finish the DLC at all.
Yeah.
You'll just
I'll be like, I should probably finish that DLC.
But what's really crazy is I find the writing in the DLC matches the quality of the single player. Like it's-
Absolutely.
there's if even like sometimes it's even better. Like they make
Really?
there's new characters in the first one that I played, and they're all like just as memorable as the other ones. Like they all have awesome lines. They all have weird personality traits that are just as awesome as some of the best characters in
That's
in
awesome.
the regular game.
So, Mr. Torg's Campaign of Carnage,
Yeah.
which is the name of the DLC,
Yeah.
there's a trailer where they're saying you can get people to sponsor you
Yeah.
or something like that. So I'm
Okay.
guessing you get to pick a side when you start, and then you kind of do missions
Huh.
for those people. But the three characters are a new guy. I don't remember his name, Mad Moxie or Tiny Tina.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh, Tarantino wins. What did I want to say? What did you wait? You started the DLC trailer. What did you mention? There's something you mentioned that I want to say something.
Pick the sides.
No.
Campaign of Carnage. I don't know. I didn't say much.
I don't
else
know.
about it.
Yeah, no, something clicked and I wanted to say it, but I forget. Anyway, but yeah, I need to definitely play it. It's yeah. So just to before we switch away from what we played, do we want? We're at some point in December. We want to record some sort of like game of the year type of cast.
Yes.
And I've already kind of started. I made a list of stuff I want to beat or play more of that came out in 2012, and I started making my way through this list of games. Where like, oh yeah, I don't remember why I stopped playing that. So, for example,
Did you instantly remember why on a few of them?
So I think last week I talked about Binary Domain, that I finished.
Yeah.
That I was really excited about. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's keep going and doing some other ones. McPixel was on that list.
Okay.
I finished that. I didn't 100% it. I know there's still a lot of levels I can unlock if I did, but I don't want to. That game is phenomenal, but like I don't want to sink the time into like playing it. 'Cause it's
Let that
almost like-
continue being
yeah,
the novelty
it's
that it is.
yeah.
Don't pound your head against it.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, so well, that's good. I consider that done. Let's go ahead and play some Cry of Fear, which is a horror mod that came out this year. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is sweet. Like, this is awesome. Like, great. Awesome. I'm not going to play this anymore because it's scary. Like, I'm done for tonight. Let's try something else. All right. Sniper Elite V2. I'm like, all right, let's load that one in. I started playing. I'm like, this is just fucking so tedious. And I'm like, it's really cool. It's really fun, but it's like one of those slow, monotonous, like, I have to crawl around. Oh, there's a sniper over there. Okay, got to make sure I shoot him directly in the face. Let's totally calculate the wind here and then move in. And, oh, no, I forgot about that sniper. I'm probably about to die. Let's reload this. Okay, there's a sniper there. And I just wasn't in the mood for that. But I do enjoy it because there's like the slow motion follow the bullet goes through like people's skulls and stuff.
Oh,
and
man, that
it
just
feels really great. So
it just makes you want to take screenshots.
yeah, but so I stopped playing that. I was like, okay, I know that game is good, but it's not like great. All right, let's try Quantum Conundrum, and then I load that one up. I'm like,
You're
oh
just
yeah.
going through the.
Well, it's not ass. It's just weird to play a game that quick saves or auto saves, let's say, in the middle of a puzzle. So I hit load game. I'm like, I don't remember how to fucking play this game at all, and it's just like one of the hardest puzzles in the game. I'm like, oh my god, like what can you do in this? And
I think I gifted that game to Dan out of rage.
really,
Out of rage.
Yeah, out of rage because it was probably the friendliest form of rage that could have ever been born. But
Was it when I had all those copies of just like random
Dan,
games from 4-packs?
Yep.
Okay.
So there was a week where I don't think a day went by where Dan hadn't gifted me something on Steam. And I started getting so frustrated. So I went into his wish list one day and I picked the first game in the list and I just bought it for him.
Oh my god! Did you actually play it, Dan, ever? Or
I think I got to
touched
the
it?
second power and then
okay.
that was it.
So
I couldn't. I know it's from the creator of Portal,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I couldn't.
So
Or
I
one of the creators.
I couldn't
After
get into
playing
it.
Portal, I mean, your expectations
Okay,
are
one
gonna be-
second. Holy shit, Devin! That Heihachi is really high level.
Hi. I like Hayachi.
oh shit.
Feels really good to play.
It's level 56. That's the cap you hit is level 50 before you have to start getting to 100, 200, and 300 to
wow.
unlock things.
So Jesus. But no, so I went into Quantum Conundrum, remembering like, yeah, this is from like the writer or something, or co-writer or
Yeah,
something of
something like
Portal
that.
or something.
The like
design.
creative mind behind
yeah.
Portal. Yeah.
It's like, all right, so awesome. Like this is gonna be good. I don't remember why I stopped. I remember having fun with the puzzles and having that same feeling like, oh, I solved it. That was pretty cool. So I went into it and I solved that puzzle and it's like, yeah, this is good. And then the main character starts talking, like the dude who you're solving his puzzles and such. And I was instantly reminded, like, oh my god, I don't give a shit about this story. Like, it's just so weird. Like, it's this dude who got trapped in another dimension, but
Yeah.
that's like the running joke during the entire thing. Like, oh look, now the room I'm in is fluffy. What is happening? And you're just like, oh god,
That would be very annoying.
it's I don't know. It got really frustrating too because it's I want to say an Unreal Engine game, so the jumping is kind of floaty feeling, and in a game that asks you to sometimes be really precise with your jumps and how you time things. It instantly went from being like, oh, I can't wait to play this to what the fuck is this? And
Why am I doing this?
yeah, so I'm slowly that list is shortening itself pretty quick into things I was like getting rid of things that I remembered being good, but
Not good.
maybe not so great. Now that they've been in the
I
light
just want
for
to
a while.
mention that these like trial things, they're ridiculously fun.
For
Well, I think there's about 30 of them per character in All Stars.
done.
So,
Sony All Stars.
Are they
PlayStation,
are they
sorry.
challenges or what?
Kind of.
well, they're called combat trials. So they're like beating another character or just surviving under certain circumstances.
yeah.
But there's about 30 of them per character, and then there's a
Okay.
global 10 of them. So
Um,
they get tough.
The only one that I'm having trouble with right now is there's one that's like master everything, every like combo move, and I just can't seem to beat it.
And what you have to do is you just have to hit the button sequence.
Yeah, it's
correctly,
like, well, it goes through, because everything's directional. It goes through all the directional moves that you have to do, and it's really, I don't know. Some of them I can't quite get properly. So
seem to be really hammering that controller though. Now.
Drake has one of those, and I finally beat it after like a bunch of attempts. But the reason it's tough is because 4 of his moves are grenades.
Oh,
So those are really difficult to actually hit people with.
I'm guessing that they're not just standing still; they're going. All
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're jumping
they're
around, they're
jumping
fighting each
around.
other and fighting you, but grenades are only really long range, and
Oh.
that sucked. Eventually, the way I figured it out was just stand facing right at a wall and then throw it because it just hits the wall and bounces in front of you, and then it'll explode and kill the dude that's attacking you. So
Nice.
Can you guys hear me chewing?
Nope.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
well, I hear something, but I don't know if it's a
Hang on, hang on,
Riccio or
hang on.
not.
No, that's my mouth.
You can't hear anything?
No.
No, yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's amazing.
So somebody in the chat actually just reminded me, PlanetSide 2 is also now out finally
yes.
when it's available on Steam for free. I played the beta of that, and then playing the release version, it just feels like a really polished, more polished
more polished.
more
Oh.
polished
Sure.
version of the beta, which is what it should be, and it still seems really fun and awesome. And just wanted to kind of say I played like maybe half an hour or an hour of that, and it's still pretty cool.
I downloaded it. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
That's on my PC. So
If anybody is playing that, I'm on New Conglomerate, the blue, not Vanu and not Terry,
Blue.
T.
You were on blue.
Not red and not purple. I'm blue. New Conglomerate, which is what I used to play in PlanetSide 1. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that's it for games played which has been a shit ton, if I may say.
It's been a big week.
It's been a big week.
Oh, actually, I totally forgot to mention this.
What's up?
I got to play Far Cry 3 today.
Oh,
What?
Wow, mind blowing. NDA? No.
Wrap your mind around that one.
How was it?
The game seems like it's going to be incredibly interesting.
Nice.
The characters are unreal.
Yes.
Like it for the first time in a while, the game seems so driven by its characters, and I think that's probably what's going to be the biggest hook for a lot of people.
Oh man.
The gunplay and everything is still awesome.
Yeah.
But I think right now my sort of hesitance rather on picking it up just lays in the fact that I still want to beat Halo 4. I still want to play through the campaign of Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Halo Anniversary. And I'm still actually playing Modern Warfare 3 every so often. So
you
I
got a
think
big
I'm at
list.
my cap for shooters.
What was that screenshot you sent me in Modern Warfare 3? Was it you had won a game being like 43-3 or something like that?
The one that was recent?
Yeah, the one you said,
No, that
look
was-
at
that
all
was
these
Black Ops
jumps.
Yeah, that was Black Ops 2.
Oh, okay, alright.
I was 40-3, I think.
Wow.
That reminds me, I
crap.
sent you guys a screenshot today that apparently on Raptor I'm number 1 for Assassin's Creed 3.
You already
on
brought
PC.
that up.
Did I bring that up? I said it before the cast.
Before the podcast.
Just want to remind us.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell that happened, but I'm number 1 on Raptor apparently. I just like quit out and it's like, congratulations. I'm like, on what? So that's pretty cool.
You've beat the one other person
Yeah.
playing this game on Raptor, apparently.
They have actually a weekly challenge or an event that's planned right now in the single player where you can get $30, or I think they give you. Well, I think they give you the season pass, and if you already have it, they give you $30 or a key to give to someone. And it's the top something amount of people out of most kills in single player. So that's pretty cool. I kind of want to just load it up and just go in the middle of a town and just fire off a pistol and just start murdering people for like 2 hours just to get $30.
I wonder if the guards would just keep coming.
I think they
just-
do.
Probably. I don't think that game
There are
has.
forts in that game. Where
Nice.
it's just like maybe 30 people in the fort. So
I'll beat sequence 3. I'll get that thing out of the way and just go into a fort and just wait. Kill people.
yes,
Not anyway. Yes, I want to see if I can get in that on that.
you have to get like sequence 6 to be able to do that.
Alright, so I'll get to sequence. I'll get to 3 and then double it.
Yeah.
Keep us posted with how your rank gets affected.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say that. Look after and be like, you're ranked 3,420. You got to play at least 79,000 more hours. Like, damn it, fuck this game.
There'll
like
be that one hacker dude that
Yeah.
probably holds all the number ones.
It's like, wait a second. I don't know.
Wait a minute, you played 492 hours of Dash of Destruction? I don't believe that.
Is that true?
I swear, look up that game. The number one dude has an obscene amount of time in that game.
Really?
Yeah, Dash of Destruction is the dinosaur chasing Doritos truck game for Xbox Live Arcade that is no longer available.
And part of why he's number 1 is because he has so much time invested.
Yeah, but
He
I mean,
loves his Doritos and dinosaurs. I think they deleted him because it says if I play 40 more hours of that game, I'm number 1.
oh, it was.
I'm gonna turn that game on right now.
Just leave it on for 2 days. Number 1 in Dash of Destruction.
It's like a future job interview for some sort of like gaming publishing.
I was
area.
number 1 in Assassin's Creed for 3 for a day, and I have been number 1 in Dash of Destruction for years.
No, but they search your station. They search your Facebook. They search your Twitter. They check your Raptor. It's like he likes Dash of Destruction. We can't listen to anything this guy has to say. It's fucking out of here. He's not writing anything. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So all right. So we're gonna move on to I guess news then. Unless is there anything else that you've played, Kumar, or anybody here?
Nope,
I like
not on
this
my end.
game.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
I heard we should talk about that. Yeah. No, that's pretty sweet.
What a long name, though.
that
Why
is.
is it called that? Why isn't it just called PlayStation Battle Royale? Or Sony Battle Royale?
Saber. That's really good to say. Pasasper.
Sosper?
Pasasper.
Live long as Pisposper?
No, it's Pasasper. Anyway, so moving on to news.
Well, I actually think they named it that way because they are going to start doing other PlayStation All Stars games, and then this is the Battle Royale
Ooh.
of those games. So there might be PlayStation All Stars Racing or something.
PlayStation All Stars Michael Edition.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
you know-
They're just going to spin it off into different
Well,
genres.
every time they name a cross-platform game like this, it's going to be called PlayStation All-Stars something.
Yeah.
And this is just the first one that they're starting that with, and they're calling it Battle Royale.
That makes sense. That's actually pretty cool if they do that. I'd be down for that.
That's my guess.
PlayStation.
We can refer back to this podcast if it ever happens. I'll be like,
It'd
damn,
probably be
called
very
it
profitable,
again.
PlayStation All Stars Halo. And just the first person shooter.
It's just a Halo game.
Be fucking
That's
crazy.
all it is.
Be crazy.
That's what Bungie's working on.
It's just Wreck-It Ralph, pretty much. It's just like, anyway.
Oh my god.
So anyway, going into news. Apparently, I'm not going to read anything about the description of this news thing, but Assassin's Creed 3 got a massive patch on consoles, and I'm guessing
It's
on PC.
second.
Yeah, it's second massive. The other one was a day one. This one's another huge one. Hoping it's on PC because the patch notes for this are ungodly
Believable.
long. Yeah, it's just like freaking.
There's a lot that they did.
There's roughly, I want to say like 200 to 300 changes. Most of them have been like multiplayer fixes, or some of them have been multiplayer fixes, maybe a good chunk. And then the other ones have all been like removed markers from certain areas, fixed some triggers in like certain missions, and all this like all these bugs that people I guess have been having. So it's been pretty. It seems like a pretty insane patch. I don't want to read any of them because, as Dan told me, some of them have spoilers and like fix the encounter with at the end of the sequence. So I don't want to read any of that. But that's cool. I'm glad to hear that they're putting out huge patches instead of being like, especially in these times where games will come out kind of unfinished and then they'll just be like,
We'll fix it as it's
Yeah,
working as intended.
The really weird thing about these patch notes is that some stuff they're like all coy about, like they delete the names and stuff, and other stuff they're just like, yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
"Wha-
yeah.
no.
Some of it they leave to your imagination. The rest of it they just tell you blatantly.
Yeah. It's weird.
So
Anyways,
so Treyarch this is another story.
Treyarch?
Treyarch.
which is it?
Treyarch. I don't know. I think it's Treyarch. Pretty sure it's Treyarch.
It is Treyarch.
Treyarch.
I hate them so bad that I know their name.
So I don't know exactly what happened, but so if you bought the game day one or the first shipment that they sent out of that game, it had Nuketown 2025, the like multiplayer, not the zombie map that was included with it. You could just put a code in and get it. And what they had is a playlist that only ran Nuketown, which was the only way to access that map.
And which they've done before in Black Ops.
Which was, yeah. Well, what sucks is it doesn't come up in rotations in any other modes. It's like it was the only way to play it. And,
well, they actually took it out of rotations in Black Ops and then just put it in this
okay.
other one.
Okay. So either way,
That's the first Black Ops, not this one. Yes.
Either way, what happened is they put out a double XP weekend, and apparently the map was so small and rounds happened so fast that even though there was all these other playlists in that game, I think it was roughly like I'm just throwing a number out there, but a majority, let's say like 70% of people were just rolling on that one Nuketown map over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, just because it was quick rounds, it was a ridiculous experience, and people were leveling up retarded fast. So they were just like, all right, that playlist is gone. That map is not out of the game, but inaccessible in multiplayer ranked matches.
Well, they
You can
took
still
out
do
that
custom
playlist, yes.
Yeah, so you can still do custom and like put that map.
A lot of people were talking shit about it because it was up for 6 days.
Yeah.
And the like tagline of the playlist is Nuketown 2025, 24/7, we never close.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess they close.
Yeah. So apparently they tweeted, to joke about that, they tweeted, Nuketown 2025 24/7 will be back for special events. So, yeah. Instead what they did is they created a new playlist called, let me see if I get the name right, Chaos Mosh Pit. And it has Nuketown 2025 in the rotation.
What is that playlist?
I think it's just like the normal Mosh Pit, which was, instead of, Team Deathmatch, where you always have Team Deathmatch.
Yeah.
Mosh Pit, excuse me, Mosh Pit I think also has Kill Confirmed as well as Hard Point?
Hard points?
Hard Points, yeah. So it's not like the objective ones where you'd have Capture the Flag or Demolition or Search and Destroy. At least I don't think so. But it's like the Team Deathmatchy kind of shoot people a lot type ones.
Cool.
So maybe Domination in there too. But yeah, so they added another playlist that had it in its rotation. I hope it makes its way into the Team Deathmatch rotation because I would love to have it randomly pop up and have fun in it.
Be surprised.
Yeah. But
You guys have a favorite game mode?
Halo.
Domination is currently winning for me, I think, whenever I'm
Call of
bored.
Duty Black Ops 2 Halo playlist?
Yeah, mine has to be the
Well, that's all of them, the way I play.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, that's funny. So the other news thing is apparently day one, On the Wii U, there's something called the Miiverse, where
Oh, that's turned out to be something.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
this is all part of the story.
Yeah.
Continue.
So something in the Miiverse is it's pretty much like a Facebook, but for Nintendo, where you have your avatar or your Mii, and you can posts, you can draw things and put it out there and assign it to games like little forums. And what happened is one dude was quitting out. Like he was like, all right, time to close the Miiverse, but he was holding the X button down, and instead of quitting, it loaded up like the admin version of it, where he was able to see like every user, all the admins, all the hidden forums, and he had
Just
things
like a developer code or something.
yeah, developer code, where it was like, yo, delete admins, change admin, make admins. Of course, none of the buttons worked because he wasn't actually one. But he was able to see all this weird stuff, and there was like forums for like, this forum is going to open up December 20th, and it's going to be a Pokemon game for something unknown. And then in December 10th, something's coming out. It's going to be Yoshi's Island something for Wii. Is like Yoshi WiiU or Yoshi's Island U or something, like some sort of unreleased either
Yoshi's
game.
Euland.
Yeah, maybe something stupid like that. But it was like only coming out December 10th. So either stuff got leaked or there's just some weird shit that they had.
Island?
Oh my god. No.
I hope it's that.
We could
I
go on for
hope
hours
it's
with this.
that.
That's why I wanted him to call it Super Mario. This is awesome. But no, anyway, so there's some weird shit that happened, and of course by the time this dude was talking about it on NeoGAF, hours later they fixed it. So he was not able to go back in and check anything else.
Well, what I heard is that it apparently is like a dummy, like a show-off mode for the admin panel. So it's if you actually had access to like the administrator stuff, it would look the same.
Yeah.
But all the information in there was like
Fake and
dummy
okay.
stuff.
So that's possible. That's entirely possible.
That's what Nintendo said.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
if they're trying to cover their ass, but yeah, it's entirely possible because if to have buttons that don't do anything and to weirdly show things, and there was all these posts from John Lennon that they were saying like a John Lennon me, so it's possible it was just like some sort of like this is what it looks like. Mess around and figure it out.
This is what John
Instead
Lennon
of
looks
doing
like as
live,
a
like
me.
you're an admin, just mess around and ban people, test it. No, so that's probably a good idea. So also something else on the Wii U, which is actually pretty interesting, I guess, is they're making it indie or download friendly. Any developer that wants to make things for the Wii U marketplace or the Wii U eShop, Wii U eShop, that sounds really weird, can set their own prices for their games, as well as they are not charged for trying to put out updates and stuff like Microsoft.
Oh, really?
However, I think so they can change their prices. They can put sales and manage their own prices.
Wait, so is it just kind of like an everything goes once you're
Yeah.
allowed on the store?
Yeah, but the thing is, I think they said you can update it for as much as you want for no price.
Yeah.
But I think there's a limit on like, okay, you can't update it like every single day or like put out like 5
Yeah, they're
updates
like,
in an
you
hour.
can do it, but
Yeah.
be fucking reasonable.
Yeah, so which is good because I mean, there's a lot of people who like something. If you were to put out a game, let's say, which would be kind of cool. I doubt it's gonna happen, or maybe it will. Maybe it will now. Like for example, like Minecraft. Way back in the day, like something would get patched and pushed out like daily or whatever. You wouldn't be able to do that on an Xbox because you'd have to pay like 10 grand or whatever just to get that update out. So it's going to open it up for maybe the indie people who want to try stuff and be able to push updates without having to pay such a hefty fine for stuff. Not a fine, but a toll
Fee.
or yeah. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. Wii U eShop could be actually pretty sweet. So I'm down with that.
It's like I said earlier, I think they're going to do some pretty crazy, impressive stuff with this thing over the next couple months.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a really good console.
They're innovating, which is neat.
I just wish. I can't imagine. I wonder what it would have been like if they would have shipped it. If this was the console they would have shipped instead of the Wii back in like 2006, 4.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a very different
It'd be
place.
very-
I bet you the Kinect and the Move would not exist.
It would.
Yeah, that is very true. They would not be around.
Like imagine a console
But this
on
smart
par.
glass and Vita stuff would be have come along sooner.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, imagine a console from Nintendo that would have matched the 360 PS3, except for it had that second screen thing from the get-go. And let's say by now people would have the full potential of it.
Yeah.
I think that would have been just fucking crazy.
Yeah, but we're going to see that in like 3 years' time. We're going to see how crazy everything gets on it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
When developers become more familiar with the hardware models of it and how to develop for it, what games come out.
Forget even getting familiar. Like, they're just going to get really good with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's kind of crazy, like with the Wii U eShop and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy to see how Nintendo is being so open to things. Like, sure, it has a hard drive in there, but you can just straight up add a USB hard drive to it and have stuff work, or you can.
Apparently, they don't recommend that for
loading stuff off, and I'm guessing.
Yeah, because they're saying it could impact the gameplay experience.
Yeah, it probably, let's say, the USB speed or what have you. But also, apparently they're saying, like, oh, if you had games on your SD card in your Wii and you put them into the SD card slot on the Wii U, it won't load. But if you shove a USB in there, but a USB card reader, and you just put it in the card reader, it loads it.
Really?
So I was like, okay, weird. But I was like, oh, that's fine. You guys figure it out. That's cool. But anyway, so for more Wii U news, ZombiU, what's cool in that game is when you're Survivor, you can spray paint things to the walls and stuff. The ZombiU devs have actually been posting shit on the walls to kind of either help the player or encourage the player and antagonize them, I guess is the right word. For example, when you're in this first safe house, on the ground, it's like, just thought... for example, there's another one. So it says, like, just by the way... just to let you know, this is a zombie survival game, and it's like signed the ZombiU devs, because people were approaching it as like, okay, this isn't like the shooting sucks and the action's all busted. It's like, no, this is supposed to be played like a slow kind of check your environment type of game. And when you left the safe house, on one of the walls, it had mentioned it's like, what, is survivor mode like too hard for you guys? No one's beaten it yet. And it's like, signed ZombiU devs. And you're like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna beat that for you. That sounds bad.
Well, they tweeted out earlier today that no one has beaten survival yet, and that only 15 people have completed the normal mode.
Yeah, which is actually that's such a sweet statistic. Like, I want to actually be up there in those first few people to do it.
Yep. But which is crazy.
Well, he said the completion time ranged from 8 to 15 hours.
Yeah, 8 to 15, depending on how slow or how many times you die and how much you have to backtrack. So apparently today they put out today they put out another post on the ground in the safe house that says, you guys thought that the prepper was the only one watching you, and the prepper is the dude who kind of helps you get from point A to point B and assigns you missions. So I'd almost like to know what kind of stats they're collecting.
All the crazy...
like who's gone, who's found what, how many people have died, like how long people have been playing, what is the average... Like, I know you can look at the leaderboards, but it would be cool to have a nice like graph or like some sort of super informative something with it. But anyways, that's pretty cool. Realizing there's a lot of Wii U stuff. Apparently there's a... so pretty much there's sales happening. Xbox has started some sales. I think PSN has maybe started some sort of Black Friday sale stuff.
Yeah, they're crap though.
They're crap? Okay, that sucks. Steam has also started...
Good titles?
No, they're deals on like full games, but as such, they are like, hey, get Infamous 2 for $30 instead of $40, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's...
Thanks, guys.
But they are, to their credit, they are like the ultimate packs, so they're like the game and all the DLC.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, but still, it's like that's not what people are looking for on Black Friday when they think of digital sales. They're looking for like the Steam Autumn Sale, which started today. Yeah.
Bringing back the flash sales that they had in summer.
Yep. There's less. There's less of them though. There's only 4 flash sales and there's 6 daily deals, as compared to the winter sale where there was like 6 flash sales and like 10 daily deals,
as well as a shit ton of indie stuff for at least 25% off. They might appear as flash sales at some point and be cheaper or as a daily, but a lot of the indie stuff is actually on sale. So stuff like Chivalry is like $18 instead of 20. Stuff like Deadlight or all this other stuff that's come out on the Xbox is cheaper, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of sales going on. Cool, get some free stuff. Speaking of DLCs and games, apparently, if I'm reading this right, so Gangnam Style, that song from the internet,
meme song,
the meme song, isn't just
that song from Italy.
No, from the internet.
Okay.
No. Is now available in Just Dance 4, as well as, I want to say in December or sometime soon, it's going to be available on Dance Central 3 as a track to play.
That guy's rolling in cash.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Holy cow.
So, for those of you who like that, woo.
I would just like to point out that right now I'm fighting like my super hard clone, and it feels like a Tekken game. Like it feels exactly like Tekken, except the maps are larger.
Nice. So,
well, the maps are pretty large in Tekken, and you're just way more zoomed in than this.
You have to rotate and all that weird stuff.
Yeah.
If you rotate in this, you're flying off a plane. Anyway, so what's kind of funny about now that the Wii U is out, apparently Nintendo officially has no Wii games in production anymore, or at least in development, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. They put the 3DS out, yet they're still making a shit ton of games for the DSi, which is the DS. But
Well, those are just easily backwards compatible, though.
yeah, I guess so.
Whereas the Wii U, you have to buy the different controllers, and you have to boot into Wii mode and do all this
But you can
stuff.
still put them in and play them.
No, to
then
play them,
again,
you have to
yeah.
boot into Wii mode.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess if you have a... Still, it's kind of crazy that this has been out for a week and they've already kind of announced that there's just like, well, that's it. Well, not... They're not... It's not that they're giving up on it.
We're the only two systems that I can think of that they've continued to make games after the console's life cycle is the DS and the
okay.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah, now that I think about it from an actual, like, console, not handheld, I guess that's normal. Like, 360 did it, PlayStation did it. Well,
No,
PlayStation kind of.
it's not like this is not an exception to the rule. This
Yeah.
is the rule.
Yeah, I guess that,
There are
that's true.
two exceptions that I can think of at all. Maybe there was more back in like the 8-bit and 16-bit eras that I don't know about, but
I think
PS2,
recent history, you're right.
PS2, they are
It's just
still
a-
making
yeah.
PS2
That's
games.
true. I remember when
And
like
DS
the PS3
games,
was
same
out
thing.
for like 2 or 3 years after. It was like, yeah, Rock Band's still coming out for there. Maddens are still coming out for that. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got in our big shipments of Madden at Future Shop, we would get like 4 PS2 copies.
Really?
I was like, what the fuck?
And
I'm
it
gonna
was
put this on the
confusing every
shitty
single
shelf.
Yeah. Did you ever get people to actually come in and buy those?
And nope.
That's what I thought.
I had someone come up to me and ask me if we had any PS2s once, and I was like, "Do you mean PS3?" And they were like, "No, we want a PS2." I'm like, "Well, it's over here. We have one. It's $100." And they bought it.
Oh man.
They bought like 2 games. I was like, "Well, good."
I actually want
And
to.
then they restocked us with 2 of them because we sold one.
I actually want to pick up a PS2 at some point.
Why?
Just because
You have a backwards compatible working PS3.
I have a backwards compatible working PS3. However, they don't backwards compatible that well because it's more software based. So stuff like, for example, I was playing.
Well,
Fatal
you could
Frame
go buy a brand new PS2
for like
Slim.
60 or something, isn't it?
It's like brand new at like a big box retail
Yeah.
store. Is like 3 years ago when I worked there, it was $100.
Yeah.
So
I remember, obviously don't quote me on this, I'm not sure, but like I think it was last Boxing Day. EB Games like, yo, PS2 with like Yakuza 4, just like $39.99. Just like fucking just
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
So if it happens this year again, maybe I will. However, that would be like
wait, Yakuza 4 was on the PS2?
Yakuza 3.
3, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, you get a game you can't play yet.
Yakuza 3 was on the PS3 as well, though.
It was one of the cross-platform.
Maybe they did both of them.
No, yeah, you're right. It's 1 and 2. It's 1 and 2.
Okay, all right.
So what would have been 2? I don't know. I was just naming off a fucking. It was a Yakuza game, or
That's why you said don't quote me on
or
it.
was it Persona 3 or 4?
Hey, you should have jumped on that.
There was a
probably.
2 or 3. It was.
some
I should've.
Jap-
No, if it was Persona, I
some-
would have bought it. I would have been like,
Yeah.
"Fuck that shit! I want it right now." But yeah, but no, 'cause, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'd go back and probably play on the PS2. However, for me to do that, I would then have to figure out like where am I gonna put it. Oh shit, these controllers now have wires. Oh god, like now this is SD stuff again. Like so, I don't know. I probably won't go through that pain, but
Yeah,
one
the
day,
logistics of it would drive you crazy.
yeah. But one day I might do it just to kind of.
You should buy a brand new one the second you find it for cheap,
Yeah.
because soon
They
you
won't
will
even be-
only be able to get like weird
right.
old crappy used ones.
You're right. We'll see. Boxing Day this year. There's one for like $29. I'm just gonna fucking buy that shit so fast.
Let me get this off. Just like walk into the retail store, and be like, "Hey man, I'll do you a favor. Just
Why don't I take 2 or 3 of these and come back next week? I sell you them back $50. How about I do this? Used. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for news. Now to mention releases, big releases for next week
Super Hexagon on the PC.
for the PC, as well as I guess the Baldur's Gate remake.
So excited.
Oh, I'm actually really
Unless it
excited
gets
for that.
pushed back again. Pushed back again. Pushed? Yeah, pushed back. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually coming out. I think that was the date that they said it was going to come out. I don't know if it's actually still on for that date. But yeah, that is a teeny week compared to what came
Well,
out.
there's other stuff, but like
It's
all like
yeah.
downloadable releases.
Well, that's not true.
and
There's the Ratchet and
stuff.
Clank new downloadable like mini game version series, like kind of like Quest for Booty. So
Yeah, but
yeah, it's
well, I don't know. That's just PS3 as well. That means it's on the network and as
Yeah.
a disc game.
sometimes they do that whenever it's available at like EB Games and you can buy them in a brick and mortar as either a card or I don't know. Maybe it is a disc. Maybe it's like they're putting out a bundle.
Oh,
like
fuck.
Should click on it.
yeah, I should probably click on it.
Fuck this game.
But no, it's kind of crazy to see that after the crazy week we just had. Halo, then Black Ops, and then Wii U, and then all this crazy shit came out for that, and then we have Hitman, Assassin's Creed, Persona 4 Golden came out on the Vita. Like all this crazy shit just happened.
Oh, that reminds me. Those like free Vita games on the PS Plus.
Yeah.
If you have it on PS3, you can download those games.
Yeah? Okay, I
So
might
you should
start.
probably just grab those while they're
hang on
yeah.
them. I guess that means
Also, the brand new Ratchet and Clank like cooperative game is on there for free.
they also
now.
if you buy the Vita from the Sony store from November 23rd to 24th, it's $50 off for the Assassin's Creed bundle or the Call of Duty Declassified bundle.
Seriously? Stop telling me this stuff.
If I had the money, I'd probably get one. But
$50 off is the free PS Plus.
hey, it's my birthday next Friday. If anybody wants to, it's
My
Dan's birthday too.
It's my birthday in what time is it?
Literally now,
11:56.
almost.
Wait,
Oh
We've
my
got
god! In
4
4
minutes.
minutes, it's my birthday.
All right,
we're
we're singing
saying-
happy birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna sing happy birthday on this podcast. So just to make sure, if you guys listen to this Thursday, so probably when you're hearing this, Thursday, November 22nd,
Yep.
it's Dan's birthday. So let's all chip in and get me and him a Vita. No, but anyway, so oh, I forgot to mention, Walking Dead episode 5 came out this week, and I'm psyched as shit to play it because apparently Twitter is exploding with everybody who seems to play it is instantly tweeting like, "Yo, fucking game of the year! That story's crazy! Can't wait for season 2." So I really want to know how that is gonna end.
Are you going to be casting that on the day of this podcast's release?
on Thursday? Yes.
Yes.
Thursday on my channel.
So if you're watching this on Thursday, tune in to Riccio's live stream channel.
www.twitch.tv/Riccio.
Yeah, you had
Have
it
they
right.
said anything, by the way,
Yeah.
about what their plans are like for season 2?
I think Gary Whitta was saying next
Crazy.
summer.
Hey,
Okay.
if he tunes in again, you can just ask him.
Yeah.
Maybe another Q&A.
Wait, did you tell Kumar about that? No, because he wasn't here.
Oh yeah, Kumar, you weren't there. So when I played,
We talked about this on a previous podcast
Yeah.
story, but Kumar, you were absent on this podcast.
so when I played episode 4 live on my channel,
Yep.
Gary Whitta, the writer for that episode,
Right, yeah,
watched
yeah.
me play the whole thing.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. It was a
Did
pretty
you
crazy.
mention that we needed a sponsor?
Yo, Gary Whitta.
You want to sponsor our podcast?
That's awesome, though. Like, did you get a chance to kind of chat with him? And
Yeah, we got a little bit of a chance to chat with him. He even like tweeted it out to his Twitter, and it was awesome. It was kind of crazy. He was saying that because he wrote it, all the beats that he was hitting and the emotions he was looking to get from everybody, all of
Yeah.
them seemed to hit exactly what he
he
was
wanted.
going for, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, no kidding. That's wicked.
So I'm really excited to play number 5 or the episode 5, and
sorry, you guys.
some crazy stuff happening in PlayStation All Stars here.
Yep.
But yeah,
Watch the
so
video version, you'll see.
that was pretty awesome. I can't believe that. So I came out this Tuesday, and I still want to actually go back and Wednesday. Came out today, and I still want to go back and try it. So and finish it
I
up.
think I'm just gonna go back and replay everything when
Yeah.
it's if it's released. We'll see. I think the problem with me is that I don't know whether or not I want to get it on PC or whether I want to get it on iOS.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've heard that it's like it
I heard
plays
it's
really,
real
really
good
well
on iOS.
I want to say that iOS episode 4 just hit about a week or two ago.
Well, they're one episode
Yeah.
behind on
Yeah,
iOS.
they're always one
so-
episode behind. So it's the same price. So you're not really missing out on anything. However, it is currently on sale today on Steam, Wednesday,
For like,
as their daily deal for like freaking $12.
Yeah, it's
for all 5
crazy.
episodes.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I'm.
So go with that.
If you really want, go with that, and then stream it through Splashtop on your iPhone. If you really want to do it that way.
Imagine.
Do it. But yeah, so that's it for list of stuff coming out. I even though it's only one game that we. See what this is.
Level.
What does that Ratchet and Clank game say?
So Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault, which is also out next week, says heavy focused on arena combat. Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault pits familiar faces from the long-running series into a series of MOBA-like battles. So it's like a Dota
so it's
fucking.
no. They've done this before.
Okay,
It was
well.
called Deadlocked. I want to say
Ratchet and Clank. Oh.
they did Ratchet and Clank, then Going Commando, then Up Your Arsenal, and then they did a last one on the PS2, which is called Deadlocked or something similar to that.
Okay.
And then they stopped and they waited and they did the PS3 ones.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're being told in the chat that Deadlocked is you are correct, Dan.
It is Deadlocked.
It is Deadlocked.
Way to
Great.
go, Dan.
So yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I like Ratchet and Clank.
I have
You
never
hadn't.
played them. See, that's why I would almost want to
Oh
get a
my
PS2.
goodness!
Because I have.
They
future-
just released HD collection.
Yeah, they did.
I have Future Tools of Destruction. I also have Quest for Booty. Have not played them. Well, I've played Future Tools of Destruction. Or is it Future? No, Future is part of the name.
Ratchet and Clank Future.
And then Tools of Destruction is
Yeah.
the...
So Future is the PS3 ones. And
Yeah.
Then,
Whoops. Yeah. So I have Tools of Destruction. I think I played maybe an hour into it. I thought it was fucking awesome, but I didn't have like a point of reference for which characters were. So I was like, oh, this is really cool, but I wasn't appreciating it as much as I probably should. So I want to. That's why I want to.
They just released the HD collection for $29.99.
Oh, you're saying? Oh. $29.99. Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure it's actually on sale for PS Plus members too right now for like $22.99.
Dude, if that or
you don't lose the titles that you actually buy for the discounts, eh? You still get
yeah, I
to
know.
keep
That's
them, so.
I actually read up on that with when I had like the 3-month thing going. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know, or the month thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
So
Isn't it still going?
yeah,
On your little name, it says plus
yeah.
beside it. So
if that is on sale as well as Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble.
there's $50 gone right there.
So we'll see. Anyway, but
we can check right after this. We can
yeah.
check right now.
Yeah, we
Devin
can.
could jump out of this.
Don't you dare fucking hit buy.
PlayStation Network.
Down to the bottom.
Yeah. So that's it for news. That's it for the games release. Let's go ahead and to anybody in the chat, if you guys are in the live chat, if you have any questions, feel free to post
Send us
them.
some questions.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out the YouTube. I know we had a question there, but I can also read out the comments that we had on last week's YouTube. While reminding you guys, if you're listening to this,
Oh, you haven't even seen the new PlayStation Store.
Oh, sweet.
They updated it.
I'll
It's
check.
shit.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
So for those of you who are listening on iTunes, if you guys are not aware, we do have a video version on YouTube. So check out the video version. We're not ending it just yet. But yeah, and also leave some comments on YouTube if you guys want us to see your questions. And anything you comment, we will just read out because
we love it doing it.
It's hilarious.
As well as I want to try something new where I talked to Dan about this. I forgot to talk to you about it. Where we actually ask a question to them and they post it in the comments.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you have one.
I have a question
Awesome.
for the audience.
We can also answer it as well.
Yes.
Do you think the new PlayStation Store is shit or not?
We're
Thank
about to
you.
find out.
Yes.
I'll tell you my opinion in 10 seconds.
I think well, maybe not that it's shit, but the old one was much better and could be navigated a lot quicker.
Okay.
All right.
So far in the comments from this recording, we had Louis Swartenbrooks, who says first.
That's a great name.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We have Louis
A wicked name.
Swartenbrooks, who also says you guys should play some more Castle prototypes. So I think he means Castle Story. I think we will once it gets more patches to try and.
I think he means Castle Crashers.
Yeah, I think that is what he means, Riccio.
Oh, can we get Castle Crashers
No, he
for the
says
next
prototype.
podcast?
If you guys want to play it, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason.
We have Warlock Gamer who asks, "Hey Riccio, will you be my daddy?" I probably don't have the funds to sustain that. I
Can't support you. Oh God, this new store is terrible.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, it's cool when it loads at all.
Nice on my internet. No, anyway. Wow, okay, it's shifting and crazy. Okay, we have TT5 Skindem who says hi Dan. TT5 Skindem who says
Hi, Skin.
hi Devin.
Hi, Skin.
And TT5 Skin who says hi Kumar.
Yeah, hey, Skinned. How you doing, buddy?
As well as an actual question from Dark Alter 2000, and he asks, RPG or strategy?
Strategy.
RPG for myself.
RPG. Not JRPG though. Can't stand that shit.
I'm in the same boat.
And that boat is we hate
You
JRPG.
motherfucker say strategy, Riccio.
I want to say strategy, but I also want to, because if it's a good strategy game, like say like StarCraft or Civilization, I was trying to sound that one out so I didn't mess that one up. Civilization or something like XCOM, which is kind of like maybe a mix of both. I tend to like those because
Go look at the sales.
there's some
Devin.
sort of
No, I just want to point out that like okay, they have this really weird thing where it's like the pictures in the background and the words shift, and
That's
the
really
other
cool.
one puts on top of it.
it's really cool. But anyway, so
Say strategy.
yeah, I want
motherfucker.
I want to say strategy, but sometimes some RPGs have managed to pull me in such crazy ways, like getting up and in the characters' heads, like Witcher and stuff, have really kind of made that something that's been awesome. So I'm torn between the two. I'd almost have to lean more towards RPG, but sometimes they're just fucking amazing strategy
You
games
have
out
to
there.
pick one. We are at war.
RPG. I'll have
You
to go.
motherfucker.
I'm so sorry.
I just
man.
bought you 3 copies of Mass Effect
Sweet
2
Jesus. Don't.
and 1 of Red Faction.
So that was that question. So for anybody in the chat, we have one question. This one's gonna fucking kick Dan right in the dick. We've got Sick Pirate
You've
36.
been warned, buddy.
We have Sick Pirate 36 in the chat who asks, Star Fox or Rogue Squadron?
Rogue Squadron.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
well.
Not
Rogue
even
Squadron,
like
it's an
a-
easy question.
Yeah.
Star Fox. No, I'm kidding.
You
No,
motherfucker.
I
I'll
have-
kill you right
For me, it's
now.
Star Fox.
Let's kill you worse
It's
than-
legitimately Star Fox.
For the audio listeners, they think
Where
I'm
are
buying
the-
video. They can see me.
Deals.
But
Yeah, I know, right?
Where are the like?
You go under games, and if you go
Games?
down to the bottom. Oh no! Wait, they moved it. Okay, so you have to go into. I think it's new. Oh no, in PS3 games and then deals. That's where it is.
PS3 games,
There's weekly deals. Somewhere in
Ultimate
here.
deals.
No, that's.
Ultimate editions, crossplay,
No.
bundles.
It's not in here.
classics.
I don't even remember. I was looking for it yesterday.
okay, my PlayStation store question from you is I like it, but it's kind of weird looking. I think it looks
PlayStation
really
Plus.
spiffy. It's maybe not the.
PlayStation Plus
There you go. Discounts.
discount.
But anyway, so that's it for those questions. In the chat, is there anybody else? People say Skin says Rogue Squadron. I'm not yelling.
Hell yeah, you say Rogue Squadron.
Deus Ex. Skin says Deus Ex or Dishonored.
Deus Ex. If Deus Ex had Bioshock eating sounds.
I'm gonna have to say Deus.
When you hit the little
No,
there's
Dishonored.
no sound.
No.
When you hit the the newer bars or whatever.
Maybe there was, but they
I don't
weren't
remember the
Bioshock
other ones,
sounds.
yeah. That's a tough one. I would probably say Deus.
Azura's
Deus
Wrath
Ex.
avatars for 99 cents.
I would say Deus Ex actually.
I'll take 5.
Deus Ex as well.
Dishonored Human Revolution.
Bionic Commando.
Let's see if we have any other questions here.
Red Rising.
Someone is asking if I will be playing AC3 on cast, continuing from yesterday. I will not be playing today. However, I'm only going to be playing that on cast, so don't be.
You won't miss anything.
You won't miss it.
Just go search for the Ratchet and Clank bundle.
We have Sarge.
I'm looking at shit.
We have Sarge asking, nowadays some games tend to focus more on gameplay rather than story. The Walking Dead game focuses majorly on story, and obviously people loved it. Do you think that companies should put more effort into story for a bigger payoff?
I actually find story to be a major part of the games that I'm playing.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale has no story. There's cool
There are
little dorky
exceptions.
moments.
There
but
are exceptions, like
it depends. You have to go to one extreme or the other,
yeah.
right?
Um,
It'd be nice if there was a blend, but that when has that ever happened?
There are a couple of blends.
I think
You're
I
right.
think
Star
Mass
Wars
Effect
Rogue
is an
Squadron.
example
My
of that.
apologies.
I think that for me it's less of an emphasis
Perfect
on
gameplay,
story.
perfect story.
No, for me it's less of an
Light.
It's less of an
You're in
emphasis.
an X-wing.
Hold on. I think it's less of an emphasis on the story as a whole, and for me it's more the story of the characters. In a way that, like, for example, my recent grudge or whatever for Halo 4, how certain things are done with certain characters that exist in that universe, and the fact that
See, now you know exactly what he was talking about.
to the point where if they can build an attachment to certain characters that where certain things can happen where you disagree with, like, yo, they wouldn't do that because there's so much backstory or so much story built into a character where you almost feel like you know them. I think I love that games can now do that.
Yes, where you become emotionally attached to that
and,
person.
And especially like he mentions in Walking Dead, your connection to Clementine or your connection to other characters, whether they get killed off or they make fucked up decisions or you mess up and you're like, you actually feel bad for stuff that happens. I think that's insane that it can do that now, and I hope it will always continue to get better in terms of like a story or like just the ability to make you feel
deal with it.
emotion.
It's not as bad as Riccio.
It's up there.
There's a sweaty controller that's being rubbed off for anybody who's listening, but
I was also holding on to it for 2.5 hours.
and I think the next stepping stones for like the crazy games that'll be story and insane like that are really gonna be Beyond and The Last of Us. Not to say
that is very true.
Not to say that Far Cry 3 isn't going to have attachments and everything, because I think that's going to have a really insane story that's going to really make you care about maybe some stuff. But I think Far Cry 3 is more going to be one really interesting character that, once again, is something that I enjoy, that they can make someone so twisted and so messed up that you just want to know more about them.
You want to know why they're like that.
So I guess
Riccio,
yeah?
I can almost give you a green light here where you're probably really going to enjoy
Vass?
a lot of the characters. Forget just Vass. Like, there's other, without spoiling anything, there's a lot of other guys that I think you might.
How the hell
You might
did you
think
get your hands
they're
on
good
this?
additions.
I want to just say one thing. That's what I wanted to remember to say. Have you watched the Far Cry Experience on YouTube? Which is
They
a
just
series.
released episode 4
Yeah,
today.
it's a series that Machinima has been doing with Ubisoft, with McLovin
Yeah, the guy who plays McLovin.
and Vass, the guy who actually acts him, who looks exactly like him because they took a model of him. And
Really quick, guys. What the fuck is this PlayStation keyboard? Do you see this right now?
yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Anyways,
but
continue.
it's with him, and I highly suggest going and check it out because it is
So
so
I do
far.
like that it cuts off all of the letters.
But it's so far a video series that is actually really awesome, and Vass is such an interesting character to be.
Is it a documentary or
No, it's like shot like, yo, I'm gonna go check out this island, and I'm gonna show you guys that I'm the master of like taking care of stuff. And McLovin is playing himself. He's playing his actual like him. He's not playing McLovin. He's
okay.
playing I can't remember his name.
He's playing himself.
Yeah, and it's all like set in. It's supposed to seem like really real and like reality showy, but it's just really intense and awesome, and it shows more of Vass and how crazy and fucked up his head
Did
is.
I tell you that was really rude?
Yeah, so without giving too much, there's 4 episodes in. They come out every week, and it's so far been fucking awesome.
Oh, it's been
And
wicked sweet.
I am psyched for Far Cry 3.
It's awesome.
But yeah. Anyway, story wise, yeah, that's I hope games continue to be able to affect people in that kind of crazy way. But
Also, I am not shocked that Kumar has played an Ubisoft game ahead of time because I hear all these stories about just because like
How do you
everyone
get
fucking
that?
works at Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
So they have friends who have the games and stuff.
How do you
Actually,
have
it's not
this?
even just that. Some people go out of their way to slap Ubisoft by breaking their DRM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I will say, Assassin's Creed 3 so far on PC has like none. It asks you, hey, can you put your CD key into Uplay? Sweet, just fucking play it. Just play, that's it. It never asks again. It never checks. It does like a little update check, but it's nothing.
Hold up, boys.
Yeah.
Dan,
What?
I would like to wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Dan.
So on the
Happy
count of three,
22
22.
on the 22nd.
22 on the 22nd, I think we should
This is
sing
your
you
year.
a little bit of happy birthday.
This is your
This is
year.
a fantastic year ahead of you, Dan.
So, Riccio, would you like to take it away for a happy birthday song?
I don't think we need to sing. This is not.
Hi, I'm Riccio. And happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Mr. President.
Happy birthday, dear Daniel.
Happy birthday to you.
I would like to apologize to all our audio listeners.
Happy birthday.
There's a single
Dan,
tear.
that's
There's a single
you.
tear rolling down his cheek right now, or there will be in a second.
All
Let
right,
me
now
poke
time
you.
for his 22 birthday bump in the face. Beating the shit
I
out of
will. I will fight back.
Next
I'll be fat princess on you. Just throw kicks at you. Throw little dudes out of my stomach at you. And
Come back in a month when he's mortally obese,
No,
and he'll be fat princess.
I don't want to be fat princess. Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Let's get
Is there any
you.
other questions here? No, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it.
Somebody says you look like you're 25.
Well,
Oh, Lord.
thank you. I don't.
You're old, motherfucker.
Thank you for the birthday wishes chat. I can see some there, but I can't tell who they're from.
Yeah, we'll scroll back up after we end this. Which is, I guess, we're now coming to an end of this podcast. So to everybody who's listening,
Was there no more questions?
no, there's no more questions.
No more questions.
Nope. Yeah.
Awesome. We go out on my birthday.
Let me just actually
Yeah.
double check Twitter here.
No,
No, don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
Don't do it.
I don't see any questions.
We end it now.
Are there actually none? I can't tell.
Yep, it's done. Sorry, I got really entranced there. But yeah, so to everyone who's listening, if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, feel free to leave a review and let us know how we're doing. It helps us out. It gives us a chance to maybe appear in some of the lists if people are searching for gaming podcast.
Gamer podcast.
If you guys are listening to on iTunes, we do have a video version available on YouTube that you can check out. Unity Gaming Podcast. And if you're listening on YouTube,
on what's called the interwebs.
check out our other dry runs and let's plays, and we'll have some more stuff, and then there'll be
More let's plays. We have a
a
whole bunch of stuff planned.
Game of the Year podcast soon, and then there's going to be a 72-hour live gaming streamed marathon
For charity.
for charity at the end of December.
In
So
36 days.
36 freaking days.
Oh my god,
So
it's gonna be
soon.
super sleep deprived.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah,
Real soon.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah.
Whew.
All right. So to everyone who's been listening, thanks for listening. Don't forget to submit questions to our Twitter, to our comments, and all that stuff.
And remember, the question is, what do you guys think of the new Sony PlayStation Store? I don't like it. I don't.
I don't
And if
like
you're
it
an
either.
Xbox user, sup?
Do you like that?
And if you think of the Wii, if you have a Wii U, what do you think of the eShop?
Yeah.
Sure. Even there's like nothing on it. There's not fucking demos on it. That actually made me sad.
Yeah, that actually really sucks because
I
you
guess
can't
it's
see
for
like
now.
the cool
Yeah.
Demos.
things that the
Are
screen
they
can
planning
do.
on changing that at all? or no?
Yeah.
Should hope
It
so.
went out on Sunday. Like the store came up and they're like, yo, you can buy every launch game on there, like even the disc ones, but they didn't have any demos out. So I
Yeah.
think it's just like they didn't push anything yet. They're trying to
Oh, okay.
slowly let people use data on it. and
Yeah,
test
they're rolling it out
Yeah.
smartly as opposed to quickly.
So I
Yo,
don't-
here's
actually,
the thing
I don't know
that's
how
kind of
big
broken.
those games are.
I don't know.
how
You should
big
probably
they're-
find that out.
Like Zombie U and stuff. I wonder how big those games are.
I mean, they're
download
super
off
compressed.
disc?
Like Nintendo Land on the Blu-ray is something like 25 gigs or something like that, but the download's 3.7.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Crazy. That's
Jeez.
kind of awesome. Okay. Well, that's good to know. If you guys
Crazy
listening to us on the iOS, how is that iTunes store?
Also
Anyway.
crap. I can't load my purchased items. It's crap.
Yeah, I know.
I
That's
can.
weird.
Actually, it's because of their.
Yeah, see?
It's because
I'm
of
not
the
alone
cloud.
here.
And I hate iOS 6. I hate it.
How
I'm
come?
going to show you right now.
Shit freezes and like randomly acts up.
Like,
You have to go to updates and then
Updates.
purchase.
Purchase. Nothing.
it'll load
Close
everything.
it. There's nothing there.
Uh-huh.
It's using
Uh-huh.
my... Dude,
Uh-huh.
you don't
Show it to the camera right
Show
now.
it right now.
You have no idea.
Show it to the
oh,
camera.
I just hit the microphone.
Show
The
it.
camera's not... See, look.
Show
it's
it to the
Over
camera.
there.
Show
It hasn't loaded
Oh.
yet.
Boom. So, okay, I fucking shouldn't hit. So it has everything. Okay, it's too bright.
Hit in. I'll prove it.
There we go. So there's a shit ton of stuff in there.
Look at
It
that's
doesn't load
that's
at
what
all?
happens. Okay.
Mine loads all the way back to when I first bought my 3GS.
Huh?
It has all of them for the past.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hey,
That's
guys,
what
did
it
you know
should
that
have.
Yeah.
It doesn't load at all on my iPhone, and I have to wait like 20 minutes on my
Oh,
iPad.
Yeah.
that sucks. Okay,
Yeah.
that
It's
sucks.
iOS 6.
Okay.
It's actually what the
I know,
issue
it's
is.
the
Mine
newest
works really-
store in
mine
iOS
works really
6.
well.
Shut up, Mr. Newest Device.
Shut up. All right. Anyway, so to everyone who's listening, take care. Thanks for listening. And yeah, I've been Riccio.
I'm Dan.
I'm Sompy.
And I'm Kumar.
Take care, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Oh,
Bye.
shit. I told you. Devin, I just realized.
Oh man, my hat.
Devin gets to wear a hat for the last 10 seconds.
10, 9,
9,
8,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Birthday.
What are we counting for again?
I have
Oh.
no idea.
Dan started counting. I was counting with him.
Anyways,
You
take
said
care.
the last 10 seconds I had to count it down.
Anyways, take care.
Now it's a lie.
See you later, guys.